They're every parent's worst nightmare.
Stupid.
Kids completely out of control
No, stop.
and taking over the household.
I will smack you both.
These parents have reached the end of the road.
All right, enough! I don't care!
They're in desperate need of help.
Get upstairs! Get in the bed!
They have only one alternative left. It's time to contact Nanny 911.
This is Nanny 911. Can I help you?
From our team of world-class nannies, direct from Nanny Central, the right nanny will be chosen. They will then have 1 week to take our families from living hell to a family bliss.
You're a waste of life.
Can these families be saved?
I'm going to call the police.
No! Anthony!
I don't love you.
What you do with those children is my business.
Parents of America, help is on the way.
Who's your nanny?
Tonight,
Sit down!
meet the Valenti family.
Brother's head is stuck.
Hey, bring me the sword.
For these kids, home is a jungle. They climb like monkeys,
John Collins, get down.
fight like tigers,
They're like street fighters.
and scream like hyenas. Nanny Deb goes on a safari.
Nanny's gonna have a heart attack.
Next on Nanny 911.
Dude, come on, calm down.
My name is Nicholas Valenti. I'm a structural mechanic.
John Carl, get down.
Can't stay there.
Nicholas, don't. No, I just yelled at John Carl for that.
I'm Deborah Valenti, and I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Dad.
Can you not do that? Okay, can you not do that?
1 second.
Then it's gonna...
Nicholas, he's the oldest. He's 3.5. He pushes, he punches, he runs and slides into his brothers, knocking them over.
He's a natural climber. Nicholas, get down. Because you're gonna fall and get hurt.
Giancarlo is 2.5. Giancarlo follows Nicholas because he's older.
He just copies.
Look at me, Daddy.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. You're gonna get hurt one of these days. Get down. Giancarlo, get down.
Don't climb over the gate.
He's determined, very determined.
Giovanni, my baby, he is 14 months. He takes the brunt of it.
Nicholas, he's not a drum. He's a baby. Unfortunately, he watches everything that his brothers do and just thinks it's hilarious and amusing. We put security gates all over the house because we thought it would keep them out of harm's way, and it was useless because clearly they climb everything. They hop the gates, they climb the gates, they open the gates, they go in the dining room and climb to the 2nd floor. They go outside and climb the stairs. I mean, what kid does that? My kids are very rough with each other. When they play, they're roughhousing.
Oh!
Oh my God! Pushing each other, going for their faces, like street fighters. They don't respect their toys. They throw them, they kick them, they break them. Somebody threw a block the other day and hit the baby in the head.
Don't swing the sword like that.
I don't think they really know the meaning of what respect is.
Hey, bring me the sword. Bring me the sword now.
They don't listen, and it's just like talking to a brick wall.
I'm here all the time with them, every day. My husband works and works.
Deborah's definitely with them more hours during the day than myself, so her tolerance level is less than mine.
All right, Nicholas, get up. Get up. Put your legs down and get up.
Deborah will say things once, sometimes twice, and then if it's not done, then she just kind of flies off the handle.
Can you get down? Sit down. How about that?
Sit and eat.
Because he's not home all the time, I don't think he worries about it as much, where I would say, we have to stop this, or it's getting worse. He wouldn't know what's worse from yesterday to today. Giancarlo, get down. Get down. They're fearless. They don't fear anyone or anything.
Hey, what'd you do that for?
Nick sees their behavior as, you know, they're boys, that's how they play, and I don't. I think it's detrimental to the safety of the house. Giancarlo has already had like 5 black eyes.
I think that boys should be boys. Boys have a lot of energy.
Yes.
That's not a ball, that's an orange.
They need to burn up some of that energy.
I'm just afraid that it's gonna get worse and it's gonna get dangerous. They just make me anxious. I mean, they're happy kids, but they just don't listen. You know, you just never know what they're gonna do.
I'm stuck.
I called Nanny 911 because I have no control over my kids.
With all the children out of control, this mum is in over her head. Nanny Deb, she'll need your cool and calm direction to get her back in the driver's seat.
You going to mug me?
Am I going to mug you?
Is that gorgeous or what, eh?
And I believe I can run a decent marathon.
Thank you very much.
Download Veely now.
Hello. How are you? Good. Nice to meet you. I'm Nanny Deb.
Hi, I'm Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. Hello.
That's Giancarlo.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
Nichols.
This is Giovanni.
Hi, Giovanni.
Hi, I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick. I'm Nanny Deb. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Giancarlo, don't do that.
Before I even took off my cape and my hat, the boys started fighting, so I could tell I had quite a day ahead of me.
Today, you have to pretend I'm actually not here. The only way I can help you is if I see a typical normal day.
Okay.
Can you pretend I'm invisible and I'm not here? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Nicholas, does Mommy let you do that?
Yeah.
She does? Doesn't look very safe.
Nicholas and Giancarlo climb everything. I've never seen so much climbing ever. This is out of control. These boys climb like monkeys.
I thought this was the Valentis, not the chimpanzee house. Whew. Oh, God, Giancarlo, your nanny's gonna have a heart attack. No injuries on our first day, my friend. Okay. Dangerous. Thank you.
My brother's head is stuck.
Next thing I knew, I turned around and Giancarlo had his head stuck through the banister. I thought we were gonna have to call fire department 911.
He's stuck.
His head, luckily, managed to come out, but another 1/4 of an inch worth of growth and his head will be stuck there, and we will be calling the fire department.
Boys, listen. Down, please. Down, please. Down, please. I can't watch it when you're being too dangerous, okay? When I'm here...
That's like my grandma.
I sound just like your grandma, because me and your grandma have lived long enough to see little boys get hurt doing stuff like that.
Playtime is a free-for-all. They just basically put in a room and left to do their own thing. All mothers have things to do.
Can you open this, Mommy?
It doesn't open, Giancarlo.
But in this household, Mum really leaves these children unattended most of the day, and they get bored and into trouble. She just seems to be turning a blind eye to it. Even if they're screaming, she doesn't come running. She'll yell from another room.
Are you playing golf, Nicholas?
Whack, whack.
Mum's so distracted, it's no surprise her unsupervised kids misbehave.
What do you want for lunch?
Giancarlo wants a bottle.
A bottle.
How about lunch first?
No!
Giving a child over the age of 18 months a bottle is not necessary. Bottles are used as a tool to drink until the child learns to drink from a cup. By a year of age, most children should be able to drink from a cup. A 2.5-year-old having a bottle is ridiculous.
All right. You want a bottle? Okay, pick up the puzzle.
So after saying no to the bottle, Mum's changed her tune and is using a bottle as a bribe to get Giancarlo to tidy up his toys.
Thank you. And I want you to pick up the puzzles and all this stuff.
No.
Then you're not getting a bottle. I'll pick it up. I'll drink the bottle. All right, Giancarlo.
You happy?
Mum is extremely inconsistent. The boys know that if they push, that they're going to get what they want. She'll start off by saying no, but she never means it.
Now that Giancarlo's got what he wants, he's back in the playroom with Nicholas, running amok.
Well, the boys basically turn all of their toys into weapons. Anything that they have, they'll pick up and throw at each other. They'll use to hit each other with.
Hey, you little son of a gun. You really hurt me.
Somebody help him.
You know, nothing is played with appropriately. Mum leaves all 3 of them unattended. That includes the 14-month-old baby. And the 14-month-old ends up getting hit, knocked down, pushed, sat on. So basically, you've got a 3-year-old watching a 14-month-old. It's just not appropriate in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think he likes that, Nicholas.
Okay. All right, Nicholas. Let's not net the baby, okay?
Giovanni's going to be calling Angelina and Brad soon, asking if he wants another one.
To make matters worse, the baby gate's been left open, and now baby Giovanni is wandering unsupervised.
All right, we're gonna go get him.
Get him! I got him!
Mum's got 1 kid, and now she needs to wrangle 2 more for a trip to the supermarket.
Nicholas! Nicholas! Giancarlo! 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 Giancarlo!
If I thought the kids' behavior at home was shocking, it's the same at the supermarket, only this time it's with an audience.
Okay, that's it. Come on. Okay, look, the man is looking at us over there. Over there. No, that's glass. Come down, look. Come.
After 2 stressful hours, it's a relief to get home.
Nicholas, can you look at me for a second? Nicholas. Nicholas! 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 Stop being mean. And Nicholas threw a fork, but he was being very spiteful. Okay, say goodnight to everybody. So then I just grabbed him and took him up. I had it, and I just put the kid to bed. Okay. Okay, quit while you're ahead. It was just a mess, and then Giancarlo was crying for a bottle. Here, and I'll go get you a bottle. Do not get up. Don't get up. Lay down. Lay down in your bed.
No.
Get into bed.
I could see early on that bedtime was going to be the biggest challenge.
Nobody was happy with anything. Nanny saw that and was probably disgusted.
After an exhausting and stressful day, I'm going to sit Mum and Dad down and talk to them about what I've observed.
These children are left to run wild. They were hanging over the banisters, climbing through the railings, all over tables. I mean, there are no boundaries whatsoever in this house, and for me, that is a big safety issue. They don't care. They have no respect for their home. Their toys mean nothing. They think nothing of breaking something. I heard you call Nicholas's name 10 times in a row, and he did not respond. Again, that comes back to a safety issue. You're out, you're calling his name, he's not answering you. Another issue, there is no real structure to their day. Without having structure comes boredom. If a 3-year-old is bored, they're going to misbehave. If a 15-year-old is bored, what do you think they're going to turn to?
Drugs or something worse.
So that's where we're heading. Another issue is the inconsistency. Today, there was a whole big thing with Giancarlo and the bottle.
It was no, no, no. And in the end, he knows he's going to get what he wants. If he keeps going, he'll get what he wants because there's no consistency. I didn't once see any form of discipline in place today. There was never a consequence for anything they did. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say this is going to be easy. You know, this journey this week is a very rough one, and it can, as I put it, make you or break you.
I'm ready for whatever she gives us to do. I'm ready for the consequences, but I know that it's going to be exhausting, and I just know that it's going to be ugly.
The kids are out of control, and it's time to sit this family down with their new set of rules.
These are the new rules for your family. And that means the whole family, mom and dad and all the brothers, have to follow these rules now.
When the nanny came to give us the rules, I was anxious to see what she saw that we needed.
The first rule, safety first. Yesterday when I was here, I saw boys doing very dangerous things. We're not going to do dangerous things anymore.
Wow, she really has an issue with the climbing.
Next rule is everyone listens. Yesterday, Mommy said Nicholas 10 times and you didn't answer.
Nicholas, 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 Nicholas.
So everyone is going to now listen to everybody else. Next rule is bye-bye bottles. When I mentioned bye-bye bottles, Giancarlo's face kind of fell. Nanny's going to send them to the babies because you're a big boy now. We don't need them anymore.
That is not going to work in this house. Giancarlo's very dependent on that bottle.
This one's for Mommy and Daddy. Say what you mean and mean what you say. So we're only going to say no when we mean no. If Mommy says no, that means she means no. And you can ask and ask 100 times and she's still gonna say no. And this is the last one, respect. Respect means that we care about people, we care about our home, we care about each other, we care about our toys, and we take care of them. We treat them with respect.
It's going to be a challenge because they're already at the point where they're throwing things and not having any regard for toys and furniture.
I don't think any of this is going to be easy.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you some things that I have in my bag that are going to help us with all of these things. This one is a wristband.
I want the wristband. I want the wristband.
Okay, so the wristband would go on Mommy or each other, and then you can only go this far. The wristbands are a fun, safe way to keep the kids close to each other and close to Mum when they're outside the home. And when you learn to listen when Mommy calls your name, you won't have to wear them anymore. Because we're sending the bottles to the babies, we got special cups, special ones.
I always dreamed about it.
See, aren't they fun? And then this is called a time-out timer. This is gonna help us with listening, respect, safety, everything, because if you break those rules, you get a time-out.
I don't really believe in timeout. I don't think that timeout is gonna make the kid understand. I really believe that they don't get it.
Who's ready for a surprise?
Me.
Who's gonna follow Nanny? Join the Nanny train. Keep your eyes closed. Ready? Ta-da!
Nanny turned the playroom into like a little gym area. She put down some mats and a little tunnel house and some things for the kids to play with.
These are soft, these are beanbags for sitting and climbing. It was very important to make the playroom a safe, fun place for the boys to play. These boys have a tendency to be very active and they get very bored. Boom! And look, your brothers can't hurt you when you build blocks of these.
She clearly nailed what they need. They needed a safe area for them to just let out some energy.
I've asked Dad Nick to baby-proof the railings with plexiglass panels, but it seems Giancarlo is keen to get in one last dangerous climb.
Yeah.
No. Don't call.
Safety
It's not
first.
safe. Get down.
Are you not going to listen to Mommy?
Are you listening?
Giancarlo needs to learn that his actions have consequences.
All right, that's it, Giancarlo. You're getting a timeout.
Giancarlo received his first timeout. You can stay on the step for a timeout. He should be in an area where you can see him. And don't stay with him, now you walk away. Initially, Mum didn't know how to deal with the timeout at all. She was obviously very anxious about it.
I didn't think for his age timeout would work. Don't get up.
In the beginning, he got up a couple times.
No. Sit down.
And I explained to her that a timeout at this age basically means just sitting them somewhere and not giving them any attention for their behavior. Go back, now we have to start all over again. And he ended up staying for his timeout. So he did pretty well. Oh, time's up.
That's the first one, hopefully the last one.
But straight after his timeout, Giancarlo's climbing again, this time up to the cupboard where his treasured bottles are kept. Excuse me, look at me. You don't climb on the counter, this is not safe. Down. To remove temptation, the bottles need to go. Are you gonna come help me get the baby bottles to send to the babies?
Come on.
Thank you. Oh, yay. Bye, bottles.
I said goodbye to the bottom.
Yeah, you did. Good job.
Okay.
Hello. I sent the bottles to the babies and they sent you a special letter. You wanna hear? It says, Dear Giancarlo and Giovanni, thank you so much for the bottles. We really need them. Lots of love from the babies.
Giancarlo, the baby said thank you for the bottles.
No.
Yes, they did.
Sending the bottles away has Giancarlo feeling insecure. He's used to getting his own way and wants to regain control of the situation. You're gonna go play with Giovanni?
No.
It's time we're all going in here. Are you gonna stay out there by yourself? Okay, well, we're going in here.
Okay, I will. You want to come and play?
No. Yeah.
Okay, open the gate and come in.
Giancarlo knows how to open the gate himself, but wants Mum to do it for him and throws a tantrum to get what he wants. This is all about control right now, and he just wants you to kind of do what he wants to do.
Open the gate and come in.
No.
This is where the hard part is learning to tune out when you need to tune out and not letting it get you stressed out.
It's really getting on my nerves
Yeah.
right now. I feel like the knot in my stomach.
Yeah. Mum has a very, very low tolerance for her children whining and screaming. She just can't deal with listening to them.
It was very difficult to let him stand there and cry because it's not something that I would have done. I would have either pacified his needs, yelled at him, and gotten frustrated and taken out on everybody else in the house.
She needs to get through this short-term experience to fix it in the long term. She has to nip this in the bud now before it gets completely out of hand. Yeah, somebody's getting very angry. Not doing what he wants.
Just come in. You want to come in?
Giancarlo may be frustrated that he's not getting his own way, but Mum is struggling to stay firm. It's time for me to intervene before Mum throws in the towel. I'm giving you a minute to calm down, but it's your choice. This is like a temper tantrum. That's all this is. He's angry and frustrated because I'm not doing exactly what he wants at this particular moment.
I know, you're right.
And it's these guys that are behaving that end up getting the short end of the stick. Huh?
I would have lost my patience with him and then in turn yelled at him like, shut up! Well, like...
Yeah, you're sending now the message that when you scream and cry and whine and moan and hang on me, I'm not going to give you what you want. Well, we're going to go get a drink.
Come on, you want a drink? Because you
want to come have a drink? I know you got upset. You wanted Mommy to pick you up and take you in the playroom. We're all done with that now, and we're going to go and have a drink, and then we might go back in the playroom afterwards. Okay? But no sooner have I calmed Giancarlo down, his brother Nicholas has upset him by throwing away a piece of his chocolate.
Why is he crying? Did you hit him? Why is he crying then?
I threw it.
You threw what?
Chocolate.
Was it nice to throw the chocolate? Give this to Giancarlo.
What would you like
What do
to
you
say?
say?
Anything to
I just wanted one bite.
Okay,
Yeah.
but where's yours?
I ate it,
Oh,
but he
wait.
didn't want
Wait,
Okay, come here. Come on, listen to me. Did you have your chocolate? Okay, you had yours, and that other chocolate was his, right? So who gets to eat it? Who gets to eat it?
Him, right? Okay. So next time, you eat your chocolate and you let him have his, correct?
I'm realizing that Mum and Dad have very different parenting styles. Mum gets stressed out and tends to shout, while Dad is stronger and can discipline the kids calmly.
Go up to Giancarlo and say you're sorry and you're not gonna do it again. Give him a hug.
Dad did a good job. He showed the boys that he can be a strong, calm male influence.
Cheers.
Want some of this?
Excuse me, Mom.
Now you don't need a bottle.
Oh, look, Giancarlo's cleaning up the playroom so we can get ready for bed. So far, so good. At this rate, bedtime will be a breeze.
Good night, Giovanni. Mwah.
Lay down. No. Lay down. Okay, no problem.
Lay down.
Now, both boys are awake and coming up with excuses to delay bedtime.
Excuse me. Tell me something as you're going to bed. Come on.
I have to poop right now.
All right. You gave the bottles to the babies, remember? No more bottles.
It's time to go in your bed.
The rule of thumb is if they get out of bed, the first time, you know, and they say they need to go to the bathroom or something like that, you trust them, you go, okay, go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, come. I need this, I need that. No, it's bedtime. That's it. Just march them back in.
Bedtime.
Bedtime was horrific.
I don't like to ignore the kids because it makes them feel like they're asking for something and nobody's answering them.
It was not comfortable at all. At one point, there was a million things running through my mind, like, Nanny's nuts, this isn't working.
Think, oh my gosh, what's next?
It just felt a little extreme.
Neither child has had a set bedtime before, and they're struggling to adjust. Giancarlo is demanding a bottle, while Nicholas is coming up with excuses to put off going to sleep. But Mum and Dad have to return their kids to bed no matter how loud they protest.
This is ridiculous.
I really started questioning, why are we doing this? What's the point? Where's Nanny? And Giancarlo? Oh, I'm horrified. Maybe we shouldn't have taken his bottle.
Mum and Dad are giving up. They just don't have faith in me or my methods. If they can't stay firm and follow through with both kids, I may as well leave now.
Mom!
You're teaching them that you're saying it's bedtime means it's bedtime, that you mean what you say and you say what you mean.
You sure they understand?
Yeah, they understand it.
This is like,
Yeah.
This is the worst.
this is pretty bad.
It always gets worse before it gets better. Mum still has doubts, so I need to show her how it's done. It's bedtime. It's bedtime.
It lasted a half hour, but it felt like it was 4 hours.
Mum and Dad may feel battered and bruised, but all three Valenti boys are finally asleep. That's progress after only one night of sleep training. It's the next morning, but we're not off to a good start. Giancarlo is fighting with his brother Nicholas.
Nicholas, why are you looking at Nanny? Because I think you know something.
One of the things I noticed with this family is that Mum is always quick to blame. Nicholas, I told them what I'd seen. Giancarlo came and pushed you in the back, and you didn't like it. So what did you do?
All right, stop.
Okay, and then explain to them that they are brothers, and they don't need to use their hands. They need to use their words. Turn around and say to Giancarlo, "Don't push me. I don't like that."
Don't push me. I don't like that.
And Giancarlo, if you don't like something that Nicholas is doing, you tell Nicholas, "I don't like that."
I don't like that, Nicholas.
There you go.
Okay.
There is going to be no more pushing in this house. Before we
Another
talk
day.
about that,
And you just kicked your brother. Is kicking good? No, it's not. It's not nice. You guys are brothers. You love each other. I need you to give each other a hug. Oh, that's more like it.
But Mum's generally too quick to blame Nicholas, and that's unfair.
Just be really careful about not constantly punishing the older one.
I punish him all the time because he's the only one that sort of listens. I think Nicholas gets the raw deal in the house because I'm always punishing him, yelling at him. Or when John Carlos frustrating me, he gets in trouble. I think John Carlos, he kind of gets away with murder. He hits Nicholas, I yell at Nicholas. There's no consequences or repercussions for anything that kid does.
But I think we just have to make sure that you acknowledge both of their behavior, you respond to both of their behavior, and not just single out one.
That's not something that we've been doing ever.
No. Yeah.
I think me being protective of Giancarlo, because he was the baby and then the middle child, screwed the whole thing up. I could see now clearly why they fight constantly, why I scream. We're just frustrated with each other.
Yeah.
This is an eye-opening experience in a lot of ways because I'm starting to realize a lot of things that I do. I think I make a lot of excuses for the things they do.
This is a wake-up call for Mum, and when Giancarlo starts acting up at the dinner table, it's the perfect opportunity for her to be consistent and deal with him as she would Nicholas.
Can you get up now? Do you want to go sit on a timeout? Okay, so stay here, okay? Giancarlo, you gonna sit down? Sit down, or you get a timeout.
Mum gave him his warning that if he didn't listen and sit down, that he was going to get a timeout.
Okay. You're getting a timeout. Sit down. You sit down. You don't get up. Sit down. Okay, now that I'm using timeout with the kids, I feel like I'm prepared to deal with a situation should it arise rather than, oh God, like what's gonna happen next in this house?
Time's up. Calm down.
I'm extremely pleased with Mum that she was able to follow through with the timeout and be consistent, because that really is her weakest area.
Congratulations. Mommy completed a very successful timeout.
I did a timeout.
Good job! Give me 5, Mommy.
These children are learning their boundaries, and they're learning that what Mom says, she means. After dinner, it's playtime, and Mum's on a roll. She's talking to the kids on their level and staying firm.
Put the gates in, Paul.
Don't hit the gate. Do you understand? Look at me. Do not hit the gate. Stop. Because now I know you understand. Don't hit the gate.
But 10 minutes after a successful timeout, Nicholas and Giancarlo are fighting.
Go in the tunnel this way. Nicholas, get up. This is your warning. Let him in. Otherwise, you're getting a timeout. Let him in.
Mum gave him a warning. If he didn't listen, he was going to go to timeout.
Get up. Now you're getting a timeout. This is not a joke. You're going to learn to listen to me. Nicholas has never gotten a timeout like that. And clearly, he needs to get a timeout. I'm never, ever going away from timeout again. Never.
Now that we have the timer, we'll enforce the timeouts. This way they'll realize what they did wrong and they won't do it again. You caught it all right in the noggin.
Well, Nicholas stayed in his seat, no problem. Mum was able to really follow through.
No, you listen to me. I'm tired of you fighting, okay? I asked you to let him go in. You don't push him.
She explained to Nicholas what he'd done and how to behave in future. Mum's really getting time out.
Enough fighting.
Oh, wait already.
Go. I just pray to God it always works.
Mum's remembered what I told her about being firm and not giving the kids too many options.
You guys want fruit?
Not yet.
I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. It's time for fruit and brownies. You can have fruit and brownies now, or you can have no fruit and brownies and take a bath and go to bed.
All right, let's go get some fruit and brownies.
Now dinner time is over, it's important that the kids understand the routine leading up to bedtime.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. This book, then this book, and then I turn your lamp on and you go to bed.
Mum was a lot less flustered and very, very focused, and the kids were all asleep by 7:30.
Let's go downstairs and see what happens. I was relieved that we had a really successful bedtime.
There was no screaming.
We kissed them good night, and that was it. Everybody went to sleep.
It's the next morning, and I have a fun game for the kids that will encourage good listening. I'm going to have Mommy and Daddy do some things with you called stop and go. Get your helmets on if you want to go outside.
How about you run, 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 and when I say stop, you stop. Let's try. Giancarlo, stop, stop. Oh, come on. Come,
this way.
Go.
Okay, ready?
Ready, 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 stop.
Stop!
Go. Okay, stop. Stop.
Yay!
Stop. 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 Okay, ready? Stop. Stop.
Go and stop. Stop! Yay! You listened.
You sure did.
Good job, Giancarlo, you listened! Now that the Valenti kids seem to be listening to Mum and Dad at home, it's time to test their listening skills at the supermarket.
Nicholas. Giancarlo. Nicholas. Nicholas.
I wanted to take this family to the store because Mum had so many problems with them in the past.
Wait, wait. I'm trying to get what I have to get and get the hell out before something happens. Okay. Oh, I was thinking this is gonna be bad.
We're gonna go into the shop. So the rule is everybody sits and everybody listens. We go straight to the direction of what it is that we need.
Okay.
We have to find macaroni and cheese.
First, Giancarlo, you see macaroni and cheese? Look over here and look over there.
You found it! Good job! For behaving nicely, the kids are allowed to walk around the store, but they have to wear the safety wristbands so that they don't run away. Do you want to try and use the wristbands? Take a deep breath.
So. Then came time for, do you want to get out and walk? And that's where I started getting my stomach was getting a little funny.
But today, she's got my wristbands to make sure the kids don't get into trouble. Okay, go. It's the Valenti train. Choo-choo. But Nicholas is getting frustrated with how much the wristbands limit his movement.
Hold on.
But if they can't work it out, they have to go back in the car.
Okay.
That's the rule.
If you continue to push your brother around, you're going to go back in the cart and he's going to be the only one walking. Do you want that to happen? No pushing.
That was good because it was calm, it was rational, it wasn't that moment of frustration.
Yeah, you taught me how to calm down.
Yeah, before you got too overwhelmed.
You know why you're getting this? Because you're all being such good listeners, and I asked you to stop pushing Giancarlo, and you're not going to, right?
I want to go back to the cart.
You want to go back in the cart? Okay.
Mum was absolutely shocked that these children behaved themselves in the store. I thought she was going to faint.
And that's where I was like, okay, this is totally weird, like the Twilight Zone, because they never want to get in the cart. They prefer to run.
Before, they were in charge. They were basically running the show.
He's not in charge anymore.
Right.
Shopping with them and walking with them, made me feel proud of them rather than unhappy.
The children were very good. Mum put the techniques I'd given her into use, and it all went very, very smoothly.
I'm going to take them to a mall next week. I feel confident that I can handle them.
So this was good. Now I feel at least I can leave you and know that you can go shopping and you won't starve to death.
Yeah.
It's my last day with the Valenti family, and there have been some real improvements.
Thank you, Mom.
Bottles are a thing of the past, meal times are calm, and the kids are playing nicely instead of getting into trouble.
Daddy, can you spin me?
Mum and Dad are disciplining without losing their cool.
Oh, he's wrecking my house!
Oh, Nicholas, come here. Calm down. Look at me. Calm down and play nice, okay?
I'm really going to miss this family. Today, I have to say goodbye. I have to go help some other kids to learn how to be safe and to be good listeners and to be a happy family.
After that, will you come back?
I will come back and visit.
We didn't want to say goodbye to her. We really didn't.
I want to say thank you to you because you've been such a good boy, right? You've been such a good listener. Okay, Giancarlo, I'm so proud of you. And you're following the rules and being safe. Safety first, right?
Safety last.
That's right.
First.
Giovanni, you've been a good boy and a good listener.
Beforehand, our family was in distress, but now we're on our way to a happy, healthy, and safe life.
Nanny's holding it together. I have to say bye to Mommy.
This is one of the best experiences I've ever had. Just the fact that she came here and told me what to say and how to act is like a world of difference.
You just remember, you're a very strong woman, and you've proven to me and to yourself that you are capable of this change.
I think the person that had the hardest time adjusting is probably me, but at least now I know how to react and what to say.
And listen, you can learn from him. When you feel like you're struggling, you learn from Nick, because Nick's very calm. It's been such a pleasure.
Definitely a pleasure.
Thank you for everything.
My house is always open to you.
Mwah! My hopes for the Valenti family are that they continue on the path they're on today, that they continue to try and have as much fun as possible, to maintain the structure and the boundaries necessary, and to raise these children to be the happy, healthy, well-adjusted human beings I know they can be.
They're every parent's worst nightmare.
Stupid.
Kids completely out of control
No, stop.
and taking over the household.
I will smack you both.
These parents have reached the end of the rope.
All right, enough! I don't care!
They're in desperate need of help.
Get upstairs! Get in the bed!
They have only one alternative left. It's time to contact Nanny 911.
This is Nanny 911. Can I help you?
From our team of world-class nannies, direct from Nanny Central, the right nanny will be chosen. They will then have 1 week to take our families from living hell to a family bliss.
You're a waste of life.
Can these families be saved?
I'm going to call the police.
No! Anthony!
I don't love you.
What you do with those children is my business.
Parents of America, help is on the way.
Who's your nanny?
Tonight, the Whipples are a blended family.
The fighting happens at least every day.
Having some trouble blending.
You guys do not have respect for your house.
I don't see a fix for it.
With 5 kids constantly fighting for attention,
Daddy was pushing my head.
someone is sure to be left out.
Because you love her more.
Can Nanny Stella whip the Whipples into shape?
You're kidding me, Linda?
That's all next on Nanny 911.
That's not even funny. You don't slam them down like that. So, my name's Linda. I'm 42. You and AJ need to go up and start cleaning in your room anyway.
Didn't Linda tell you to go too close? My name is Robert Whipple. I am 47 years old.
Robert and I have been married for almost 6 years. Come on, guys, just listen to your mother. Shut it down. We're a blended family. When we met, Robert had 2 boys, Dougie and Robbie, and I had a girl, and we had 2 kids together.
It's pretty wild.
And Robert and I were in the middle of saying our vows. All I saw was arms going back and forth, and they were hitting each other.
Fighting happens at least every day. AJ.
There's constant chaos in the house.
Cut it out.
Always something going on, some devious behavior.
Dougie's 14. He's a laid-back, quiet child. You gotta ask him 20 times to do things.
Robert, I swear to God.
I'm not.
Go.
Robbie is 12 years old, and he is our clown in the family.
Let him do it. No, don't put it on his.
Ow! She clawed me.
Good. I came into the marriage with Jessie Marie, and Jessie is 11.
And she is the messiest child out of them all. Her room is probably the biggest mess. She'll come home, just throw all her stuff on the floor and leave it until Linda cleans it.
I keep the door closed because if I had to see that every day, I would go bonkers. Then there's Alexandra, also known as AJ.
Go!
She's very smart and she's very manipulative.
I don't know what to do with her. Alexandra and Jessie are in one room together, and they have some tough times.
There's a lot of jealousy over who's getting more of my time.
He hurt me. I liked it.
And then there's Justin, our 3-year-old.
He's our little wild animal. He runs around like a crazy kid. He'll jump off tables and do all kinds of stuff. The big issue with him is he won't sleep in his own bed.
I don't want to sleep in my own bed. Scared of monsters.
He expects to sleep in our bed. He just keeps coming back and forth like a ping pong ball, so we get no sleep.
My husband and I disagree about the fact that I let Justin sleep in our bed. Because I work all day, when I come home, I want the kids near me. That's one-on-one time that Justin and I get. The biggest problems, I would say, with the kids are they don't help out around here. Why is that laundry basket still on the couch? And to get them to do anything is a struggle.
My mom is upset a lot because there's so many of us. And she gets stressed because she works full-time.
I asked you to bring it down for me.
It's frustrating. That's the last thing I want to have to do, come home and tell these kids what they have to do every night.
My dad always says that he needs a vacation.
Go check your rooms. Listen to me.
Robert does know we should probably be stricter with them.
Robert, get up.
I know he's right. It's just that I don't want to be that way. I'd rather fool around.
It's really fun because we have some food fights at dinner sometimes.
Dinner in our house is, I think, fun time. Some people think I'm nuts. I allow food fights. But to me, it's fun.
The food fight, they take it to extreme sometimes. Then it starts getting way too much and out of hand.
Robert!
Yo, when I say stop, means stop.
There is no discipline. We threaten a lot, but we never follow through with it. It doesn't mean anything anymore. They don't take me serious, but I'm the one having fun with them, and they'll remember that when they're older.
Yeah, enough with that. Cup. That's a new cup.
I think our parents need to maybe be more mature about things. They don't really care if we make the house a mess.
Hey, Dad, stop mean stop!
The reason we called Nanny 911 is my husband and I are working full-time, and to come home and be this frustrated every day, it's not healthy.
I can see my health deteriorating, and I'm getting older in life, and I don't need to have this additional stress.
I want to be able to not drive home with that tense feeling of, oh, here we go again with these kids. What are they going to do today?
Nanny Stella, your mediating skills are just what the Whipples need to call a truce and become a family again.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Nanny Stella.
Nice to meet you. I'm Linda.
Nice to meet you too. Hello.
My first impression of the Whipple family was, wow, there's a lot of children. The first day is just about, observation, standing back and seeing what you guys do. If you guys just want to, do what you normally would do, and I'll keep my eye on you.
Annie seemed pretty nice.
You guys are free.
You're going to give me a tour?
Sure. Bring it down to the boys' room first.
Whose bed's that?
That's Doug, my oldest one. They just throw their clothes on there.
I see that.
What a mess. These boys don't even have sheets on their bed.
This is Justin/office room. Justin will not sleep in his bed, so he ends up in our bed. Here's the girls' room.
You're kidding me, right?
This is actually clean. There's times you can't even walk through here.
This home is not respected. It doesn't look like the children do any chores.
Clean your room.
What? I couldn't hear that.
Clean your room.
I couldn't hear it.
Why aren't the kids taking their mom seriously?
Jesse, when we're done with this game, You and Alexander are gonna put away some clothes.
Now.
Or how about start with cleaning
I
out?
don't think AJ will even step foot in there because she never does.
Well, worry about yourself.
The kids don't do anything around the house. In my opinion, they're pretty lazy.
Go put tape on Robbie's mouth.
Linda wants to stop Robbie from back-talking, so sends her youngest, Justin, to cover his mouth with tape.
Let him do it! No, don't put it on his! You're mean.
Self-defense.
No, leave him alone now. Leave him alone.
It was Mum's idea, but when the joke backfires, it's Robbie that takes the blame.
Since you're not even playing this game, why don't you go start...
I'm watching. I am watching.
No, leave him alone now. Leave him alone. I want you and Robbie to put some clothes away. Your father said so.
I can't believe that Linda uses Dad as an excuse. I don't think she has any authority. Finally, the girls go and tidy up, but Mum has to supervise.
How about I put you in charge of picking up all the hair ties?
Then I'm done.
No, not then you're done. Jesse, you're not even moving. All the hair ties.
When Linda sent the girls to clean the room, nothing really got achieved. It actually looked more messy than when they started.
I haven't been here long, and it's already getting physical.
Hate you, AJ. Hate you. Hate you. Hate you.
Jessie looks like she has a huge issue with AJ.
One more.
What?
Jesse was pushing my head.
Jesse, do not hit your sister.
Jessie is very upset, and I want to know why.
You're sad and she's sad, so what have you achieved?
I don't know.
Do you feel like this every day?
Kind of.
And what do you do about it?
Not much, really. Because I'm kind of used to it now. She never listens.
Who'd you talk to?
I usually talk to my mom. Mom doesn't really care. It bothers me a lot. Nothing really happens, but I don't know. If you didn't come, I don't know what would happen.
The fact that I had such a quick connection with Jessie spoke volumes to me that she wasn't getting any acknowledgement from her parents. Give me a hug. I'm going to help you put it up, all right? I promise.
It doesn't take long before it becomes very obvious to me exactly what's happened here.
AJ.
Out of sight from the others, Mum sneaks one of her youngest, AJ, some cookie dough. It looks like AJ's getting special treatment.
You just sneaked one kid in here to feed cookie dough.
Yeah.
Why's that?
I want some.
There's 4 other kids in there. Why didn't they get a choice? It's all right. Have a think about it.
Oh, man.
Certain things started to unfold.
AJ's the perfect one.
Jessie and Robbie both look annoyed after seeing Linda's obvious favoritism towards AJ.
This little girl is sitting here very angry and giving me dirty looks. Jessie complains to me constantly that she thinks that I treat her and Alexander differently. And I say, if I do that, it's because you're very far apart in age. And she sees that as I'm favoring her.
Is that true?
Well, AJ's getting all the attention.
Okay, and what did your mum say when you said that to her about your frustration?
Not much.
She just laughed? There's a really big jealousy and resentment element in the house towards AJ. Jessie and Robbie are both very angry.
Did you hit your sister?
No.
I think the biggest struggle for the family is they're desperately trying to blend this family, but they're not getting very far because they don't actually have any idea of how to do that. What were you saying about favourites?
He has a favorite. In my opinion, makes it very clear to them, and I just don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair to Robbie, because Robbie's not a bad kid.
She has favorites, too.
If these parents don't modify their behaviour, nothing in this house will ever change.
I think that Nanny Stella might be able to help my parents because my mom sometimes has favorites even though she doesn't notice.
With so much resentment in this house, I'm not surprised these kids don't get along.
Hey, Justin, let's make our own downstairs. Let's go by ourselves, without AJ. Because AJ's not allowed.
The children are bullying AJ because they know she's the favourite.
It's really sad.
I got took AJ's stuff.
Despite all the crying, Dad is not paying any attention.
It needs resolving because it's not healthy. It's not okay to bully anybody.
It's time to observe dinner at the Whipple family home.
Oh, what are you setting up, the potato fight?
What's he setting up?
He wants to set up a potato fight.
You're having a laugh, right?
No, I swear to God.
One of the most disturbing things to me was that for parents that are desperately wanting to modify their children's behaviour, they're very juvenile and childish themselves.
Mom, can I try that rabbit?
Feel free to throw it, Rob.
All right, ready? Oh, my God.
It became really apparent that they just were clueless. For somebody to be having a tater fight...
Oh, my God!
By the time I got hit with the tater, I was over it. Linda doesn't seem to have it in her head that there's a happy medium of finding a parenting style that works, where you can be a fun mom and still discipline your kids.
3.
Ow! No hitting people in the face!
Sit down and eat.
What a waste of food. There's tater everywhere, and these parents show no respect for this house.
Please go get your pajamas.
It's bedtime with the Whipples, and Justin is the only one to get special one-on-one time with Mom, as he's put directly into his parents' bed.
My impression of Justin, Linda's trying to keep him a baby for far too long. I think that it's unhealthy for a 3.5-year-old boy to be sleeping more with his mum than he does in his own bed.
No, Sam.
It's not about Justin, it's not about her husband, it's not about the way it makes the rest of the children feel, it's how it makes Linda feel.
Come on, close your eyes.
No.
It's going to be really hard to change Linda's behaviour because Linda's really set in her ways. First of all, this chaos that you live in.
It's crazy. It's not easy.
Right.
We're used to it.
The pair of you are very juvenile. I cannot believe that you think it's okay for that thing at dinner time.
Oh my God! I'm just trying to understand, though, why it's bad to have fun with your kids.
Throwing food across the living room? You're kidding me, Linda. That's not fun. That's disrespect. Here you are saying my kids won't clean their room, and you're throwing food across the house? You're sending mixed messages.
I didn't think of it that way. That's a good point.
I've sat with your kids today, and they've told me things that have absolutely broke my heart. I've never been in a house where somebody didn't acknowledge what's going on with their kids' feelings or validate it in some way. Have you any idea how upset Jessie is?
I try to explain to her that she needs to understand that she's not the only child in the house.
When you stood in the kitchen and said about his favourites, you blew me away.
He has a favorite, and I just don't think that's right.
The audacity of you, Linda. Where do you get off telling him about his favourites when your 2 little ones rule this house?
I honestly don't think I have a favorite child.
But what you're doing, it speaks volumes. That is not fair.
Justin's like my last baby.
You can't keep him a baby forever, Linda. Don't get upset. You physically sleeping with him, I think, is detrimental to everybody. You've got to accept accountability for what's going on here.
This home is in dire need of some rules to get them back on track.
Do you have any rules right now, do you think?
Not really.
We really don't have any rules in the house. We do tell the kids, you know, we want you to clean your room. And as you see, it's not effective.
First rule. Ready? 1 warning, 1 consequence. If somebody's fighting, 1 warning. If it doesn't stop, 1 consequence. For the younger ones, it's going to be time out. And for the older ones, it's going to be removal of a privilege.
I'm doubtful about a timeout because I've tried timeouts in their rooms and it doesn't work.
Next rule, listen and acknowledge feelings, letting them know that you validate how they're feeling. I have a surprise.
Feelings just
I've got this feelings box. So if anybody's having a rough time, they can come to the box and they can pick out a feeling and they can tell the other person how they're feeling.
It'll probably help us understand our feelings.
Okay. Everyone sleeps in their own bed.
Justin.
My favorite, I think, is everybody sleeping in their own bed. It's just nice to be able to be with Linda, just the two of us, and getting some good sleep time at night.
No bullying. This bullying, it's got to stop.
Thank you.
Everybody thinks they're gonna get on board with this?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
What's the maybe?
I don't know. I'll try.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'm hoping that I'll be able to do everything that I'm supposed to be doing, that she won't have conflict with me. I'm hoping my husband and I are gonna be able to step up to the plate by ourselves.
You guys do not have respect for your house or your things. It's not good. Before anything else happens today, anything at all, we are cleaning up this house. Okay, Dad, you're in charge.
Yes.
I don't want any slacking.
I'd say the last time the room was cleaned was probably sometime last month.
There are no video games until this job gets done. Dougie, not acceptable anymore, sweetheart.
I'm hoping that the kids will take pride in tidying their rooms and learn to respect their home.
My biggest concern first is that bed. All this stuff, there's strollers, there's backpacks, cats. AJ, can't have this stuff in your bed anymore, okay? You have to find a place for it. Oh my gosh. Then come here.
What?
You're never gonna get a girlfriend. Look at this. You're having a laugh. This is a health hazard.
But upstairs, it doesn't take long before the bickering starts.
That's my nail polish.
What's up, guys?
There's 4 bottles of nail polish in her bed that are mine. She doesn't think so.
Can I tell you, though, with the nail polish, what I want to happen?
What?
I think all the nail polish should be kept in the bathroom. Everybody can share it.
But, Mommy, these 2 grandma gave me these. Doesn't think they're hers.
I honestly don't know whose they are, but we're just gonna
And Mum has no idea what to do.
So this is what I would do, okay? AJ, no, you have to listen to Nanny. It's really important. Mommy said that the nail polish has to go in the bathroom. So go put the nail polish in the bathroom or you're going into timeout. 1 warning, 1 consequence.
With the threat of timeout, AJ does exactly what she's been asked without any whining.
Lift up.
The next task is to move a bed upstairs for Justin.
Just put it there.
Okay, do 1 section at a time.
Tonight will be the first night Justin will sleep on his own.
You're doing a good job. Good cleaning.
With a bit of teamwork, the boys have done a good job cleaning up.
Wow, I can step on the floor.
And you can get in her drawers, so I'm pretty happy with that.
The girls still have a way to go, but have made some progress.
Jessie, is yours all done?
She said her bed
That's awesome.
It's time to reward the kids for their hard work. By introducing a chores chart, Linda will be able to reward the children with video game or TV time for each chore they complete.
Who did keeping their room decent today? Everybody, you made a very good effort. Well done. You've earned your computer time or your TV time or your game time.
The children seem really happy with their tidy rooms. So the question is, why couldn't the parents get these kids to tidy up?
You know, nothing's respected, Linda. I want your home to be respected.
You might get mad at me for saying this, but I don't respect this home because this was the house that he lived in with his first wife. That irks me. I mean, he knows it.
Well, you have to fix it.
I don't see a fix for it.
I think you're a really smart woman, and you're coming across to me as being a bit dumb.
This is ticking me off.
Just hear me out, please. This family didn't have these fantastic 5 kids in them, Linda. Now it does. Make the best of it.
And that's what I think I'm doing.
Not if you're not respecting the home that you live in with them.
I was very angry and I was very frustrated. Worrying about the house is my last priority. I don't look at it sometimes as it's my house per se, it's just somewhere I'm living.
If you don't want to make the changes, no problem. But don't expect your kids to change their attitude when you won't change yours.
I do the best I can with the time I have. End of story.
What I learned was that Linda has this really, really strong resentment, almost hate for the house. It is not my intention to upset you or anybody in this house. I'm commenting on the fact that you can't expect something from your children you're not willing to do yourself. And all I'm saying there is respect the house.
She wasn't saying that you're a slob or anything like that.
That isn't what I was saying. If you can just give it a little bit of thought, just letting some of that resentment go, parents are the role models for their kids.
Okay.
I feel they really could change the dynamics of their family. What I said had an impact. Now that Mom is going to try and respect the home, there'll be no food throwing or eating outside of the kitchen.
Robert, do you know they have the blueberries?
It doesn't take long before AJ challenges her mom.
No, you're not going to eat blueberries on that bed, not after we just took the time, because you're gonna...
I'm really proud of Linda stopping the blueberries from going upstairs.
Oh, you made me do that.
AJ blames Mom because she doesn't want to clear up the mess. AJ, come back.
I'm not helping.
Mommy didn't do it, AJ, you did. AJ, come back a second. What are you doing with the blueberries? Well, remember the new rule about listening? Why aren't you listening to Mom? Were you giving them the blueberries? The truth comes out. It's Dad that's given AJ permission.
There was a few left, and I did say you can have
Okay, but she was going upstairs with them, and we've already established no food.
Yes.
So did you forget?
Yes, I missed that.
The mixed messages have left AJ confused and frustrated.
What's the matter?
So I suggest that they use the feelings chest to help AJ communicate how she feels.
Frustrated.
Communicating with Mom stops AJ from having a tantrum, and Linda can validate AJ's feelings.
You're sleepy because you had a lot of stuff to do today, and you're cranky and frustrated.
The feelings box is a good idea because it helps everyone understand each other more.
Not long after, Justin starts acting up and is not listening to his mom.
Turn off the TV, and we need to go put some clean pants on you.
Liv.
Justin, I want to see the TV off.
Remember our new rules? One warning, one consequence.
Even for him?
Absolutely for him. Justin has an accident and is refusing to change his pants.
Justin, you're gonna come upstairs with me right now and change your pants, okay? If you don't come up now, you're gonna go on the timeout mat.
But I can't.
Why can't you?
Because my legs are hurting.
So timeout.
Yeah.
No!
This is going to be Linda's biggest challenge so far. She has never disciplined her baby.
I know.
You gotta stay there for 3 minutes. Is it breaking your heart?
No, I'll be all right.
Timeout was a little rough. He was crying, he was angry. See, look. See, the alarm went off. You have to stay here till it's time to leave. To me, it seemed like the timeout was harder on Linda than it was on Justin. She was fretting a lot. She's one of those mothers that can't stomach their children crying. Linda can't bear to watch and wants to give in to his cries.
I kind of feel like, okay, he's learned his lesson. Let's just do a change his pants.
Well, how do you think he's learned his lesson if you take him out of timeout?
I just have to remember that he's angry. He's not hurt.
And now he's learning that next time you shouldn't do that.
Mom holds off and Justin has a successful timeout.
Even for a 3-year-old, he understood what the timeout meant. I honestly do think it's a better approach than what I've tried in the past. You're not hurt, though, right? She's helping me be tough with the kids. It's not unreasonable tough or anything like that, far from it. But she's helping me, you know, step up to the plate a little in that area, so it kind of feels good.
Linda is making huge steps,
But bedtime brings another challenge, putting Justin to bed alone.
And I don't want to bed. I want to in your bed.
No. Tonight, we're gonna start something different, okay? Tonight, Mommy's gonna read a book with you. After we read the book, you can get in your big bed and close your little eyes. How's that sound?
Not good.
It's vital that Linda stops sleeping with Justin, as the other children in the house see it as Justin getting special attention.
I think that Nanny Stella will be able to help Justin go to sleep in his room, because this makes the other kids feel left out, and it's kind of annoying.
One of my favorites, he's a little piggy.
Reading to Justin gives Linda the one-on-one time she craves without dedicating her whole evening to just one child.
Good night, buddy. You need to lie down and go to sleep.
On the first night of sleep training, I usually let a mom sit in, but Linda is too much of a distraction for Justin, so going cold turkey is the only option.
He hasn't gone out tonight. I'm surprised. Is he actually laying down? You serious? It's crying. But he's not coming out.
10 minutes later, it all goes quiet, which hopefully means only one thing.
And I think that's a world record of 10 minutes.
He's asleep. Your brother's asleep in his home.
It's definitely been almost 2 years since he's actually slept in his room by himself.
It indicated to me that he doesn't have a problem sleeping in his own bed. It indicates to me that it is about Linda.
Today, I'm going to take a step back to see if Linda and Robert can enforce the new rules.
Hello, Nanny Stella.
Tell me about sleeping. What happened?
Oh,
Justin did so well. He came in our room at like
7:30.
7:30.
7:30.
Yeah.
Where is it?
He's been waiting for you.
Hi.
I put my bed and I didn't stare.
You slept in your bed and you didn't scared? I'm very proud of you. Good job.
The family have made a great start on tidying the house, and with Mum's new respect for the home, the clear-up continues. But the bullying starts up again.
What? This isn't yelling in your ears. This is yelling in your ears.
Jessie Marie.
What? You
Drop
said it was
the
yelling in
attitude
your
with
ears.
her, or
What am I gonna get?
you have no
Okay.
game system this afternoon.
Thanks, AJ.
No, not thanks, AJ. You're the one who's talking back and yelling at her.
Because
You have no game system this afternoon. Alexandra, start picking up your junk now.
she's had like 10 warnings and she doesn't get a timeout.
It is. Jessie was dissatisfied at the way things were going. Linda had been threatening to put AJ in a timeout several times, and it had never happened. You're doing it again. You had no hesitation to say to her, you're losing your video game.
Yeah.
Yet you are going round and round with her. It has to stop.
Jessie is still annoyed at the unfair punishments, so she has stopped listening to her mum.
You already lost your games for today. Do you want to lose
did?
more? Yeah.
AJ doesn't ever lose anything. She got 10 warnings, nothing happened. She should have 10 timeouts. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen because you love her more.
I can't talk to her right now.
If Linda really wants to see a change, she's got to accept how Jessie feels.
If you let this opportunity go to speak to her, you're not making any headway. She's really 100% correct about what's happening with AJ. You don't hesitate with her.
Because she's been told a million times
Yeah,
about
but
that.
so has AJ, sweetheart. I've lost count of how many things AJ's done that you have threatened time out with today and haven't followed up on.
Then what should I have done?
You're the parent. You need to talk to her. Because this is the problem with Jessie. Her feelings don't get validated. It's not healthy. I think you have to definitely be the bigger person and show her a different way to communicate.
I honestly just don't think that going up there now and trying to talk to her would have solved anything.
I feel that you don't really want to deal with what she has to say.
I don't think that's true. Love everybody the same.
I'm trying my best.
You're actually sending the message of, you just don't care?
I just don't think that trying to talk to her would have solved anything.
You have this real high level of avoidance.
And I realize I'm doing it, and I'm gonna try to change it. Because I'm doing my best.
You keep saying that, though.
Because I honestly feel I am.
I'd given my promise to Jessie that I would definitely help change in regards to this favoritism with AJ.
Yes, I am stupid.
You come across as a really smart lady.
Dumb was the word you used. Do not stand in my house and call me dumb.
I'm very sorry if that hurt your feelings. I am here to help you guys. But Linda doesn't want to hear this and walks away. That's it. You just give up all the time.
Whatever. I did honestly think when the nanny got here, she would agree with me that it was all the children's fault. And I honestly thought we were doing it right. She started picking on our points that she thought we should change. I was very insulted by it. But, you know, she made some very valid points.
After a night to think, Linda realises that the only way to deal with the favoritism once and for all is to talk to her daughter.
I kind of knew that I was treating AJ differently. Jessie was upset, and I don't blame her.
About the punishments, about how they are given out.
Yeah?
Me and AJ both do the same things on the game system, so why do they get something that's not as bad as us?
I think I'm gonna change AJ over to the consequences that you older ones are getting. So I think that's fair. Treating you guys the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal, dude. Love you.
What did Mum say to you that made it better?
She said she was sorry she said it, and I said I was sorry that I made her feel that way. I'm gonna try to get much better at treating AJ the same way.
So you know in your heart that your mum doesn't love AJ more than you?
Yeah.
Then did I meet my promise?
Yes.
I'm seeing more that there was definitely different treatments of different kids. It just took us up a notch to make sure we're being aware of everybody and everybody's feelings.
Linda's eyes have been opened. As long as they stay open, then she's in for a more happy future. So you think Dad and Mum are not gonna favour the younger two anymore?
I don't think they would.
With favoritism being a thing of the past, there's a new sense of relief in the house. If they stick to the things that I've implemented, I know that their life's going to be better. These methods are tried and tested. There's still fun in this house, but now Mum is balancing it out with discipline.
Can you say please?
Please.
Mum and Dad are keeping the kids on their toes.
Jess and Marie, you want to help me fold some towels?
The family as a whole is showing more respect for the house. I think it has sunk in that it's her home now with her blended family. The kids are finally listening, and there's no hesitating in asking them for help.
White socks that are your father's, make sure they come up, because I can't tell your socks from his socks. In the past, I had Robert step in, not anymore.
Mum and Dad have been following through.
Well, it's 100% better now.
With Mum and Dad changing their behaviour and the children following, my time here with the Whipples is up. I want to say thank you very much for having me. I know it's been a stressful week for you, Mum, so thanks for hanging in there.
The nanny kind of made me understand things differently. The way I was acting, the way the kids were acting. She made me look at things from a different angle.
I really have seen a lot of improvements, and that makes me really happy. Yeah. Justin, are you ready for Nanny to go home? Yeah. Are you going to be a big boy and sleep in your own bed? Justin's progress has been huge. Definitely think that when Mum and Dad looked in on him and, knew he was safe and sound and, sleeping, I think they were really relieved.
I like my bed.
Since Robert and Linda have been able to get probably the best night's sleep they've had in a long time, they don't look as antagonised and frustrated. I don't want to see you, Dougie, just hibernating down in that den, and I don't want to see you, Robbie, provoking your younger brother and sister, all right? Yeah. One of the things that makes me smile is Robbie. He's definitely not bullying the little ones as much.
I think we learned from Nanny Stella to, come more as a family and like do stuff together.
And Jessie, I think I'm okay with you.
Jessie really, really appreciates that you're making me notice things, so I think it means a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was kind of sad to say goodbye to Nanny Stella because she helped our family a lot.
Thank you very much.
Nanny Stella opened a lot of our eyes. I think everybody realizes that the more they help us, the more they help each other, and the more enjoyable it will be to be living in the home.
I'm gonna miss the nanny. She did good things for my family.
Put away your laundry, please.
We learned some things that we were both missing as parents.
Put them in the right drawers.
And I think the two of us going forward are definitely gonna keep on top of it. You gonna wave bye-bye, Justin?
It's been a long week with many lessons learned. Now that Linda has accepted responsibility for her actions, the future for the Whipples looks very promising.
They're every parent's worst nightmare. Kids completely out of control.
No, stop.
And taking over the household.
I will smack you both.
These parents have reached the end of the rope.
All right, enough! I don't care!
They're in desperate need of help.
Get upstairs! Get in the bed!
They have only one alternative left. It's time to contact Nanny 911.
This is Nanny 911. Can I help you?
From our team of world-class nannies, direct from Nanny Central, the right nanny will be chosen. They will then have 1 week to take our families from living hell to a family bliss.
You're a waste of life.
Can these families be saved?
I'm going to call the police.
No! Anthony!
I don't love you.
What you do with those children is my business.
Parents of America, help is on the way.
Who's your nanny?
Tonight,
Move over here and lay down. Now!
in the Morrow house, Dad rules with an iron fist.
Ed scares him a little bit more than I do.
You get to sleep, and you get to sleep now.
But that only makes things worse.
You hate me. That's a very nice thing to say to your father.
And?
With parent and child pitted against each other,
Sometimes I feel like wringing their necks.
You're raising them in fear.
could this be Nanny Deb's greatest family challenge?
You don't think Daddy's gonna change, do you? Nope. That's what this is about, right?
I know he'll lie every time. I know he'll lie.
That's all next on Nanny 911.
Listen to me. Take a deep breath. All right, then you're safe for a timeout. Bella, calm down. I'm Kara. I'm 35 years old, and I've been married for almost 12 years.
Cut it out. Now. My name is Edward Morrow. I'm 36 years old, and I work at a deli.
Come on, enough with this. Bella. Bella. We have 3 kids.
Anthony likes to play a lot of video games.
Get over here, you idiot.
He's getting a little older and thinks he knows what's best for him at 9 years old.
You have to do your dictionary. If you do a little bit every day, it won't be a lot.
No.
Anthony has been having this little attitude the last couple months.
Don't.
No!
Take a deep breath.
No! Anthony!
I think it's, his age.
Go away!
Don't! Stop throwing things at
Go
me.
away!
Calm down.
No!
Listen, Anthony.
I like to teach him, other ways to get his frustrations out than being sarcastic and nasty.
I hate my mom and dad. They make me do division and homework. They make me go to the store.
Paul, stand up when I'm talking to you. Paul, my 6-year-old. I'm telling you, one more word out of either of you, you'll be grounded for a week. He's smart. He's a little bit of a wisecracker. He knows how to push your buttons.
No karate.
I guess he's what you could call a know-it-all. Do you understand?
Karate.
Paul, get to sleep now. You gotta put your socks on you. Isabella's my daughter. She's the little princess.
Bella. Now that she's getting a little older and she's getting more independent, she's learning from the boys. Bella! My kids are the best thing that's ever happened to me.
You have to put your socks
But aside from that, they're the three things that drive me to my wit's end.
Why'd you eat him?
He annoyed me.
The kids talk back quite a bit.
No.
So just get in the car and go.
No.
Aunt.
No.
Fine, you're grounded.
What?
Excuse me?
Now it's getting to that point where they just don't listen. Sometimes I feel like, you know, wringing their necks with the way they talk to her sometimes.
Paul, your mom is talking to you. Well, answer her when she talks to you.
It's disrespect for the both of us.
Paul! Anthony! Get in bed. Now.
Bedtime in our house is pretty stressing. The kids just don't want to quiet down and go to bed. Kara will go in there a couple times first.
Lie down. Just ignore them.
And I go in there.
Move over here and lay down. Now! Get this blanket on and get to sleep.
Ed, I hate to say it, but scares them a little bit more than I do. So therefore, they listen quicker.
Get your blanket, put your pillow down the right way, and get to sleep.
They don't listen, they don't listen, they don't listen. Gets me angry.
This is what I gotta do every night, is make you cry and get you all upset to get you to go to sleep. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it.
Kids forget about it in the morning, but yeah, it's tough. Excuse me.
We're pretty much at breaking point.
I can't fight with him anymore, Karen. I'm worn right down.
I'm hoping the nanny comes in here and gives Ed and I the tools we need to turn this all around. I'm hoping the nanny's gonna work miracles.
Nanny Deb, your teamwork approach to parenting is just what this family needs to get back on track. I'm sending you to the Morrow family before they lose control forever.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, I'm Nanny Deb.
I'm Kara. Come on in. Thanks for coming. Nice to meet you too.
Well, I was nervous when the nanny came in. I think we all were.
Come on in.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Nanny Deb. Hi, Ed. What's your name?
Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. I'm Nanny Deb. Hello, what's your name?
Paul.
Paul, nice to meet you. I'm Nanny Deb. Hello, what's your name?
Bella.
Bella, nice to meet you. How are you today? Not causing any trouble yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, a little bit.
Yes.
Doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't at all, unfortunately.
Today, I'm just going to observe your family. I'm just going to watch. So you guys have to pretend that I'm invisible.
It's a little nerve-wracking knowing that somebody's standing, not necessarily over your shoulder, but observing everything that you're doing.
Mom, can I have a turn on the computer?
Yeah, she'll have a turn. Okay, Anthony?
Ah.
2 minutes, Ann.
But Dad, I'm trying to pick my game
Oh,
and get on.
I understand that, but Paul's getting his turn, too.
I've only been here a few minutes, and I already noticed tension between Dad and Anthony.
Okay, come on, get up.
That stink.
Yeah, be nice, Ann. Don't get fresh with me, Anthony. Anthony, don't go in my room. Get out. No, get out. No.
No,
you're not going on the game.
I got it first.
If you want to fight with me, you're gonna go straight into your room.
It seems that Dad is being overly aggressive with Anthony. I wonder why he uses this approach. Does he think it's the only way the kids will respond?
Come on, get in your room.
I hate you.
What?
I said I hate you.
You hate me. Nice thing to say to your father.
And?
Get up in there. Get up. I care.
I
Obviously, you don't.
Because I don't like you.
There's a lot of anger between father and son. It seems to have been building for years.
I hate you, he just said, you know.
Yeah?
You don't want to hear that, you know, as a parent.
It's playtime at the Morrows, and immediately chaos ensues.
Hey, stop! Anthony, do not go anywhere near him. I want you in your room playing. Anthony, Anthony, Anthony. What? Why are you following him?
It seems Anthony has no interest in listening to his parents.
Get off!
Yeah, get those cars and get out here.
All right,
now.
enough. All right, enough. You're bossy.
I'm your father. You're supposed to listen to what I say, and you don't.
Who cares?
These children have no respect for their parents. They have an answer for everything. They talk back, and they use really rude, nasty words.
Get out of my room now.
I hate you, Dad.
Dad is sort of the dad from the 50s, wait till your father comes home. And he gets very loud, and he gets very aggressive. And he's taken his role as a father way too seriously.
If I hear that out of your mouth one more time, I swear to God, I'll take everything away from you. Your sports and everything.
What's he saying?
I hate you.
I've never seen a child say he hates his father this much. Later on, emotions have cooled, and Anthony is back to his favorite pastime, video games.
How you doing, Aunt? You're gonna have to do some homework with Mom. Yeah, well, we gotta do this multiplication after lunch.
Dividing with me.
I mean, division, yep, you're right. Don't get fresh with me, please.
It's become really hard to parent children during the era of technology, but the problem is you have to enforce strict rules about these things. Anthony's in the driving seat when it comes to when he plays video games. He gets to do whatever he wants to do, when he wants to do it.
Eat nicely and stop making the noises.
Anthony, slow down.
The family sits down to dinner together, but there's something unhappy about this meal. It seems the parents don't let the kids enjoy themselves.
And please stop. Relax.
Hey, Bella, stop messing around. Anthony.
Mommy,
Anthony.
And cut it out.
What?
And stop messing around and distracting everybody like me, especially.
These parents ride their children constantly. These kids are constantly having someone check up on them, you know, interfere in any little argument. They just never let them breathe.
Good night, Bella. I love you.
The parents put the children to bed. There was no books. There was no, you know, gentle tucking in.
No more toys in bed. Lie down. Okay? Go to sleep. If I come in, you're messing around. I gotta take it away. Bella! Don't start. You had your chance.
It's obvious Mum's bedtime technique with Bella is not working. I wonder how it's going to go with the boys.
Stop.
Every single time the boys made a peep, they were in there.
Cut it out and you get to sleep. Do you understand me? You get to sleep and you get to sleep now. Look at me when I'm speaking to you. Look at me now.
Dad came in and got so in his face that I was scared.
Lay down.
It was just the most intimidating, horrific thing I've seen.
If I come back in here one more time, you two are getting it. And that's it. That's the last time I'll speak to you tonight.
I think that when a parent loses that much control, the child does lose respect for the parent. And on top of that, you're ruling your children by fear.
Get out of our room.
Shut your mouth.
No.
Wise guy.
These children are very angry, all three of them. These children have no idea how to control their anger because there's no role model. One of the things that Dad told me was that he was raised in a household where his father meant business, and those kids were afraid of him. You tend to parent the way you were parented. And unfortunately, in this case, it's not good. It's obvious when you walk into the door that there's a struggle going on right now, but that the intention is good. But there's a real big lack of respect. You expect a 3-year-old to be rebellious, but by the age of 9, you hope that that's been over.
Get out of my room now.
I hate you, Dad.
The thing with all the children in general, they literally do not understand the word no. You say no, and they'll push, and they push, and they push, and they push. And that really comes from not picking your battles. And no should be said after you've thought about whether you're going to be willing to deal with that fight. You ride them constantly.
Yeah, cut it out. What? And stop messing around and distracting everybody like me, especially.
I never looked at it as like hovering over them. It was kind of getting involved before it got to that point.
But when you ride them so heavily, you're fueling this anger and frustration. You didn't want to raise your children in fear. And you are. You're raising them in fear.
I was brought up like that, with the fear of my father coming home. You know, he was... I don't want to do that. I don't want my kids to fear me. I just want them to respect us.
You've got to learn how to control your own emotions, and that's the part that's going to need the most work. Today I brought my nanny book. And in the nanny book are the new set of rules for the family. The first rule is respect each other.
Get in your room.
I hate you.
What?
I said I hate you.
That means no using mean words to each other. And when Mom and Dad call your name or ask you to listen, you're going to listen. And Mom and Dad are going to listen to you and speak respectfully to you, too. No more yelling. Another rule. No means no.
No. Where are you? Get out. No.
No,
you're not going on the game.
I got you first.
Now, one thing I noticed when I was in this house is that Mom and Dad say no a lot. So now they're only going to say no when they mean no, right? Another rule. Privileges are earned. From now on, there are going to be chores assigned to each child. Those chores are going to earn you privileges. If you don't do the chores, you don't get the privilege. Pick your battles.
You had your chance.
This one goes with no means no. Mom and Dad are not going to be on top of you about everything. They're going to choose certain things so that you know when they say no, they're going to mean it. Does anybody have any questions? We're all going to do this? We're all going to work together? Yeah. Right, boys, let's go.
We have a foundation now. I have something to work on, build on.
Now that everyone knows the new rules, it's time to put them in place. You each have a chore list. For each chore, you earn a disc or a ring. Each ring is worth 15 minutes on either the computer games, the video games. If you have bad attitude, you get a warning. The next time you have bad attitude, you lose a ring.
I've tried to implement some kinds of chores, but I didn't make it look as cool as Nanny did.
Having the kids work for their privileges will not only teach them about consequences, but about choices too.
I'll take the brush first. Put some little soap on it.
Right away, the children threw themselves into doing their chores.
Pretty good, Paul. Good job. It was a very odd experience to know that the kids are all kind of taking it upon themselves to figure out what to do.
I think giving them the responsibility was a revelation.
Oh, you're burning another one already? Oh, my goodness. All right. Everyone is doing well with the chores, but I see Anthony just going through the motions.
Pretty shiny.
I can tell he's still unsure if the new rules are going to make a difference.
You like it? Not too bad? Wow, you're so talkative.
With the chores done, the kids fit in some playtime, although it seems the kids' idea of playing is a bit rough for Mum and Dad. Mum and Dad have a tendency to interfere when the children get into squabbles, and what they need to do is just sit back and let the children deal with it. You know, she's not going to let them get her to a place, and she's enjoying herself with this game. I know, it's loud.
Now, do I go in and or just let them...
Just let them be.
It got hard for me a little bit in the afternoon when the kids were off on their own. They're your kids. You don't want them to get hurt. But now we're thinking, like, kids have to make the mistakes. If we're always there to catch them, then they're not going to realize what falling's like and how to pick themselves up.
Give Paul his book back,
Don't
please.
interfere, leave them alone. They're doing their thing. Don't interfere. You were go relax. Turn the TV off. Put your feet up. He was going for a walk.
It was tough for me to sit back and let them take over a little.
I think Dad's struggling to find his new role in the family because he was the man that ruled the house with fear, and now he doesn't know what dad to be. That's the new role that he has to find. What kind of dad am I now?
It's time for dinner, and as long as the Morrows keep respecting each other, I'm confident we can get through a meal with no yelling.
Sit the right way, please. Come on, sit the right way. Bella, please don't do that, okay?
Okay. Paul,
please stop. Please stop.
This is a good time to give him a warning instead of just saying, please stop over and over. Mum and Dad started harping on at them again. As soon as the children were made clear that there was a consequence for their actions, they stopped.
Did you hear that? So that's your warning. After that, then what happens?
Ring time off.
You lose a ring. This is the new rules. There's been no yelling. No one's gotten out of control. No one's raised their voice.
I'm looking forward to bedtime to see the difference putting some routine in this home will make.
Bella should go to bed at her usual 7:30.
Okay.
And the boys are older, they get to stay up later.
Okay.
The reason you get to go to bed later is you're older, and now we're trusting you that there aren't going to be the issues at bedtime that we've been having. So now get her pajamas on, get all relaxed. You sit and read her 2 books. Then you say, I'm going to rub your back for a minute, and then it's quiet time.
Okay. I was dreading bedtime for everybody. Nanny was here with some new ideas, and I knew it wasn't going to go over well. Yeah. I read you your 2 books, honey. You gotta lie down and go to sleep.
Now, if she doesn't want you to rub her back or rub her hair, then you can say goodnight and you can come with me, okay?
Either 1, I stay and I rub your hair, or 2, I go out in the other room and you stay here. Oh, honey. Yes. Want me to rub your hair?
Okay. Come on, then.
Good night.
Okay. Okay.
I'm walking away and I'm just hearing her scream. You know, it's heart-wrenching. So she cried for a little while longer, but then all of a sudden it was just kind of like silence. She was out probably within, I'd say probably like 40 minutes of putting her to bed, and that's record time. Good day today.
You did really well today. Good start. Excellent, right? You feel good?
Yes.
I feel good, too.
When Mum and Dad finally get to the boys, surprisingly, they go to sleep without a fight.
Seems like they're pretty good now.
I mean, it's never happened.
Now they're supposed to go to sleep. All is well. So just relax, and I'll see you in the morning. Hello.
It's a new day at the Morrows.
How are you? I'm good. How's it going?
And despite the stress of last night, I'm encouraged by the progress the family has made with the new rules.
So today I'm going to pull back a little. Just remember what the rules are, the warnings. I'll still be around if I feel like I need to, but I want you to feel like now's the time to practice.
I'm not going far. From what I've seen, it doesn't take much to set Dad off. Immediately, both Paul and Anthony are doing a good job earning their privileges. Paul is saving his rings, but Anthony is using his up right away.
You know, we only have an hour a day of computer and TV, so you already used a half an hour. All right.
Anthony just can't resist the urge to play.
Anthony's using up his rings to have his hour all at once. This could lead to a potential problem later in the day.
By the afternoon, Anthony has used up all his TV and video game time, and he's already ignoring the rules.
Anthony, you're all done with your hour, you know that. Remember? You're done for the day. Anthony.
Yeah, but I'm not happy with you.
Well, I'm not happy with you because you're not respecting us and following the rules, and we are.
Who cares?
By provoking his dad, Anthony expects him to scream like he always does. But Dad doesn't bite. He sticks to the rules.
This is going to be a warning, all right? I'm going to turn the TV off. If you put it back on, you lose a ring,
You stink.
okay?
Yeah, who cares? You're not.
Anthony's going to keep acting up until he gets what he wants.
Anthony, go take a ring off, please. I'll do it.
No.
Come on, let's go. Go take a ring off. All right, help me out here.
If you don't respect your mother, we got to respect each other here. You're going to lose another one, and all your privileges will be gone. So I know how many are there, so one's gone, and you got 3 more there.
No.
Okay? Don't put it like this.
You're not going away. Not any of them.
Anthony's always seen Dad blow up and explode. So Anthony's going to blow up and explode.
There's 4.
All right. We know how many you have. Decisions you're going to make.
I'm not listening. You can't boss me.
Yes, we can.
No,
We're your
you can't.
We're your parents. That's why we're here.
Anthony has a lot of anger, and he's deliberately trying to provoke Mum and Dad into an argument.
No, you guys did great. You did really, really well. The thing you have to realize is when he starts doing them blah, 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 blah thing, you stop talking to him. He's trying to get the reaction from you that he normally gets. So he's pushing your buttons, and you never let them push your buttons. You need to maintain your control. Walk away.
Anthony has stopped playing video games or watching TV, but he's discovered a new game, provoking Dad.
Dad smells like a piece of good. La, 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 la. Dad just smells like a piece of smelly little tuna fish.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But once again, the new restrained Dad is only making Anthony bolder.
Dad smells like a teapot tuna fish. He doesn't care.
I'm going to step out here for a second.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
If Ed needs to take a time out on the hour every hour, so be it. It's all about him controlling his anger and making himself a role model for these children as to what to do when you get mad.
Taking a time out for myself is not easy to do. It's something completely on a different side of the spectrum for me.
You just made my week. You really made my week. Stay strong, okay?
Yep.
Good job.
I'm impressed by Dad's self-control, but Anthony is just relentless.
Okay, I'm going to turn it off again. Your last ring is gone, okay?
What do you mean?
Your last ring. You had
That's a lie,
you had
woman.
one left, so that's gone
No,
now,
I don't.
okay?
I have 4. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. You just got schooled by a 9-year-old. Oh!
I had to grit my teeth a couple times. We're walking on thin ice right now, so we got to be careful.
Here we go. Give everybody a plate.
He's never really done that before, where he's actually chased me. I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back. If you need me, I'll be right outside.
Okay.
Get it, so get it! Oh, Dad, hit on dummy.
While Dad is trying to hold it together, Anthony is trying everything he can do to break him.
Anthony, just want to speak to you for a minute.
No.
Anthony?
I'm ready for it.
I'm holding all this in. So I'm ready to blow.
Anthony,
No.
let me in, please. It's my room. Anthony.
Yeah, I had to cool off, and I knew it. And I didn't want to revert back to what we used to do.
Anthony.
Something's going on with this child,
Anthony.
and I need to get to the bottom of it.
Stop. Just stop. Okay? It's obvious that you're really angry right now, and it's okay to be angry, but you need to learn how to deal with being angry. Do you see what's happening with Daddy today? Is he screaming at you in your face like he usually does? Is it nicer to have a daddy that plays games with you?
I don't care.
I'm asking you a question. Which is nicer?
I got no choice of him, I'm saying. I don't like him.
Okay, wait. You don't think Daddy's gonna change, do you?
No.
That's what this is about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you wait there. Ed? It was very clear the issue really was with Dad, and I needed to get Dad to come in and deal with this. Anthony is very angry at you. And I don't think he trusts that you're gonna change. I know that it hasn't been easy having a daddy who yells at you like that. It makes you feel angry and it makes you feel sad. People make bad choices in life, but that doesn't mean they can't change.
You know, I always felt bad when I scream and yell. I hated to do that. I'm learning the rules too, and I'm trying to follow the rules to make us a better family.
I know he'll lie every time. I know he'll lie.
You know, I didn't get angry at all today with you. I told you I'd stop screaming, and I'll do that, okay? Why? Because I love you. You know that. You're my son. The only thing that means anything to me, you kids, okay? That hurt. Made me feel guilty. I never knew Anthony felt that way. I get upset because should have gotten to this point. Like Nanny said, we make our mistakes, and then we correct the mistakes, and you move on together. And we just got to work on it. Follow Nanny's plan, and we'll be okay. I promise. You know, give me a hug. I love you. You know that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
After an emotional day, the Morrow family is preparing for bedtime. Youngest Bella has bedtime an hour before her brothers. While Paul has found a routine to wind down, Anthony seems restless.
I love you.
Anthony, just sit on the carpet or something, because Paul's trying to read.
I love you as hard as...
Despite the recent breakthrough, Anthony's attitude still hasn't changed.
Okay, remember, I'll let you stay up later. I trust you're going to keep it nice and quiet in here and try to get to sleep, okay?
Sure.
Good night, guys. I love you.
Dad, Paul's trying to sleep with me. Help me! Dad, come on! Help me!
Fighting, I think.
Help!
What? I think they're fighting.
I heard.
Paul and Anthony,
He took
get
my book
in bed,
again.
please. I'm giving each of you a warning now, and you know what comes next, the consequence. Good night.
At least I know. Stop, Paul's in my bed again.
I mean, I was trying to do my best. I'd already done the warnings, and it was just as bad as it was before I did it.
I wasn't really sure how Ed was gonna deal with the whole thing. I knew how he wanted to deal with it.
For 2 days, Mum and Dad have been faithfully following the rules, but Anthony is still not behaving. I need to teach them to respond practically rather than in anger.
I think we're gonna have to separate them. They're just winding each other up too much.
By taking Paul out of the room, I'm hoping to diffuse the situation.
Good night, Ann.
And Paul is gonna sleep here.
But I'm sensing Anthony's not done testing Dad.
Why is Paul in your room?
Good night, Anthony. We're going to talk about it in the morning.
No, I want to
With
straight
Nanny.
answer now.
Good night.
I
We're
want
gonna
to
talk,
straight answer now.
because that's what me and your mother decided. You didn't follow the rules,
Yes, I did.
so now you suffer the consequence.
That's a lie.
When Anthony came out of his room, he kind of caught me off guard with, like, I want a straight answer. And I was just like, wow, like, how old are you?
I want Paul in his bed.
He's not coming in.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Now have some respect for me.
No.
I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know what to think. And it got out of control.
I'm not going.
And then tomorrow night you go to bed 6:30.
Yeah. Mom is rude.
Quiet down, please.
No.
Anthony's trying to provoke Dad to scream at him, because then in turn, Anthony can turn around and say, see, I can't trust you. You didn't follow the rules and you are going to scream.
The father-son breakthrough from earlier hasn't stuck, and the Morrows are at the end of their rope.
This is much more screwed up, this situation, than we thought. You know, we thought it was bad, and now we're finding out, holy cow, it's disgusting.
Dad, you listening?
Now I'm at the point where, good night, Anthony.
No.
What do I do now? Where do I go from here?
No, I want a straight answer.
I'm giving you one right now. This is your answer. Until you guys can fall asleep without making a lot of noise, at bedtime, he's gonna go in there, you're gonna go in here, and when you're both asleep, Dad will bring him back in. Good night.
I'm not.
Good night. It's gotten to a place where he is not comfortable when you yell, but he's so used to it that that's what he's waiting for. And now he's gonna test even harder. And it's gonna take all the strength that you have to not lose your cool with him.
I learned a lot of new things in a short period of time. We have to stay in the routine. That difficulty's gonna stay here for a while.
It's gonna be an uphill struggle, but we're definitely getting there. As long as they can keep themselves calm during these situations, I think they'll do really well.
It's my final day at the Morrows.
Family meeting, everyone!
And for the first time in my experience as a nanny, the outcome is uncertain.
Hey, we trusted you guys to do the right thing. And I have to tell you, I'm very disappointed by the choices you guys made last night, and it is not to happen again. So I want you guys to think today if you'll be ready to share that room again. Do you think you'll be ready to go back to normal? Give me 5. What about you, Anthony? Need a bit more time? That's fine. Everybody always gets another chance. We can't go back and fix the past. That's done. We acknowledge the past and we move forward.
I know this family is going to do their best to carry on with the rules I've set in place, but I want to create a daily reminder to help them along.
So this is the Morrow family commitment. When you commit to something, that means you're gonna do it no matter what. I wanted this family to know that by signing this piece of paper, they are really committed to this process and to putting their family first. We, the Morrow family, commit to follow the nanny's new rules. We will respect each other and treat each other with kindness. We will help each other and put our family first.
It's something the kids could see every day. See your family there and everybody, you know, happy and together. And it reassures you.
It's time for me to say goodbye. I feel like the most blessed person that I was chosen and able to come and help you guys. This is an uphill struggle, and I just want you to never forget that you need to stay on that path. Just don't falter, because these children are incredibly precious gifts. And you, young man, you remember what we talked about, right? We're learning to trust. I know it's hard to trust when you've been let down, but you can do it, okay? But you promise me you're gonna keep working? Good boy. And you can always call me, right? Speed dial. Thank you, big guy.
Nanny Deb has made a world of difference in our lives. I see the future of our family with like a lot of hope and promise now. I think we really have a real shot at turning all of this damage around.
Oh, yo. Nanny's blubbering.
I mean, it's never gonna go away. What's done is done, but I think we can definitely come back from there.
Thank you. You please take care of yourself. You are the rock here. You're the one who's keeping it all together, and it's a hard job.
I think the most dramatic change was my change in my attitude.
You've worked so hard.
You're making such a difference, and I'm so proud. So proud of you.
You know, I was ready to change it. I just didn't know what to do.
Oh, I love you so much. Thank you, Nanny. I'm gonna call you soon, okay? Mwah! I love you. I'll see you soon, okay?
Love you.
My hopes for this family are that they'll continue on the path that they're on today.
Love you. Bye.
A lot of work has been done with this family in a very short space of time, and there is more work that needs to get done, but I have complete faith that they will succeed. I really feel like they're going to make it in the end.
They're every parent's worst nightmare. Kids completely out of control.
No, stop.
And taking over the household.
I will smack you both.
These parents have reached the end of the rope.
All right, enough. I don't care.
They're in desperate need of help.
Get upstairs. Get in the bed.
They have only one alternative left. It's time to contact Nanny 911.
This is Nanny 911. Can I help you?
From our team of world-class nannies, direct from Nanny Central, the right nanny will be chosen. They will then have 1 week to take our families from living hell to a family bliss.
You're a waste of life.
Can these families be saved?
I'm going to call the police.
No, Anthony.
I don't love you.
What you do with those children is my business.
Parents of America, help is on the way.
Who's your nanny?
Tonight.
Girls, what do you want to drink?
What do you want? Iced tea?
I want chocolate milk.
Are you done with this?
The Henry kids treat their home like a full-service hotel.
You're like this maid. You fetch, you carry, you bring, you pick up.
Each one of the children like to be served.
But the sweet life has a downside.
Do you think we have any rules in this house?
I don't think
Because
we have
I
any
feel
rules.
like there are no rules.
I don't think we have
to
any
follow.
rules either.
You brush a 7-year-old's teeth.
Can Nanny Stella make these children act their age?
What are they expected to do? Nothing.
You're not my mom.
This makes me feel like almost like a bad parent.
That's next on Nanny 911.
Come on, unlock the door. Whatever. All right, stop, please. My name is Allison, and I work part-time in a school. My husband, Mike, is 40 years old. We have been married for 15 years. Sometimes the people will think that the house is crazy because the kids are loud. You think there's a full house load of them, and not only 3.
All the kids are crazy.
Give me that.
Now stop, calm down.
Want to tussle? Oh!
Jacqueline is 12.
Jacqueline is the oldest. She is high maintenance. Her biggest issue is her getting ready and dressing. I go in and pick out her outfit, and it comes down to a fight every day.
You said I could wear a sweatsuit.
It's all tank tops. The most irritating part is because then we usually end up late. All right, why is everybody whining? 10 minutes we have. Go. Unless you're just here to antagonize your sister. Cassandra is, I think, like the wild one in the house.
Mom, ow! Stop.
Cassandra could very easily tune out.
Stop talking for me.
If you could talk to her and Cassandra, and it could be 3, 4, 5 times. And then it gets to, why? Do you have some schoolwork that you didn't finish and has to get done?
Don't like doing homework.
Michael, who is the baby, is 6. Michael is always treated as a baby. He doesn't know how to tie his shoes yet. We've moved on to Velcro because I'm tired of tying his shoes. We have to brush teeth. Michael is on his video games all day.
Michael gets a little annoyed about when you ask him to stop.
Oh!
I gotta get new shoes. Come on.
Bedtime with Michael is a nightmare. He has to fall asleep in our bed.
I go to sleep in my mommy and daddy's bed because I am scared.
In order to fall asleep, he needs the TV running, just to have some light, I guess, in the room.
and to hear something. So he watches the news.
We want to have our bed back.
Each of the children, I think, knows how far they can go and how much that I will take.
I don't always listen to Mom.
Stop, calm down.
Because he annoys me. I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are. You're gonna do the ones that are here. The biggest reason that my children behave badly is because they know they never will have a punishment.
I'll take away your games. Come on. And if I give them a punishment, it's like I'm gonna get more aggravated by them screaming and yelling than just to say, forget it, guys.
It's late. Good. Get dressed. You too? You've been up here a long time. Go. 5 minutes. Let's go. It's easier to say, all right, good, fine, and we don't have to hear you screaming, basically. All right, you really need to throw that gum out. Go. Go. I need you to throw it out. Do you think we have any rules in this house?
I don't think we have any
I feel
rules.
like there are no rules.
I don't think we have
to
any rules
follow.
either.
No. Give it to me. Stop.
I find it easier if I want something done to do it myself.
I don't do any chores, but my mom does it for me.
The problem is that each one of the children like to be served.
Where's Mom?
It's coming. They would get their tray in front of them, so I get their breakfast ready, I put it in front of them. I absolutely feel like they do not respect me and my husband at all.
I like regular
You only got one cup?
You go with your father. The kids have driven me so far that I definitely have been in tears out of frustration, madness. I called Nanny 911 because I'm like done. I can't yell at them anymore. I can't try and get them to do what they're supposed to be doing. Like, I've definitely had it. Stop using that word, and I'm not kidding you.
These pushover parents are being pushed aside by their children. Nanny Stella, I'm sending you to the Henry family to show them who's supposed to be in charge.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Nanny
to meet
Stella.
you. I'm Allison. Come on in.
Hello. Good morning.
Everybody.
Hello.
Meeting Nanny Stella was exciting because I wanted to see what she was like.
Well, what happens today is you have to pretend I'm not here. And then what I do is I take some notes in my nanny book, and then I see what I can help you with while I'm here.
So Dad leaves for work and Mum starts the breakfast while the kids play on their game systems.
Guys, you go play. Michael, we always have
Are you gonna all eat in there today? Or you wanna come putting on the TV? Girls, what do you want to drink? I know Michael what he wants. Jack?
I want chocolate milk.
I quickly got the impression that Mum Allison is a maid. She's a servant.
All right, girls, Rose is out there. Ready to eat?
I was really shocked. Breakfast for the two girls is in front of the TV, and breakfast for Michael is in front of the video games. But the thing that shocked me the most was they weren't given any cutlery. They ate their breakfast with their fingers.
Girls, finish up, because in a little while we're gonna get dressed to go maybe to the store. Are you done with this?
Where do we have to go?
I'm taking the girls, and you're next. Yes, you are.
Getting the children changed to head out already seems like a challenge.
What are you looking for?
Where'd all those sweatpants go that I got?
They're in your drawer.
Jacqueline didn't want to get dressed, didn't want to go out, and there was a lot of muttering under her breath.
If we're just going to the store, it doesn't have to be fancy.
Mum picks out the clothes for everybody and even brings Michael's downstairs for him so he doesn't have to leave his video games.
Do you always pick his clothes out for him, Allison? For Michael, yeah. Oh, yes.
Really?
And it's just easier. I brush his teeth and do his hair and everything down here. The girls usually go upstairs and do that.
You do what?
Brush his teeth. And...
You brush a 7-year-old's teeth?
Well, he actually will be 7 next month. I said he's jacking up his age a little bit.
Mum Allison treats the children like they're helpless. Like, she doesn't expect them to do age-appropriate things.
Are you done with this? Finish this. Don't throw them. Come on. Take this. Do you want... All right, then I'm gonna take it away. Let's go put your clothes on. What? I don't think you should whine like that.
I don't want to go to the store.
It was time to go out, and Michael locked himself in the bathroom. Is that because he doesn't want to get dressed?
Yeah, he doesn't want to go out.
What surprised me about this was that she just took it in her stride. It was as though this was the norm, and to me it was ridiculous.
Come on, unlock the door.
Not in the
Michael.
door. Mommy, I don't want to
Michael.
go to the
Unlock it. Come on. Come on.
Michael finally lets Mom in to get him changed.
Why do you hate going to the store so much?
Because I never get to do anything.
But they are still nowhere near ready to leave.
Neither one of you are dressed?
You didn't iron my clothes.
With Mum doing everything for these kids, it's taking them forever to get out of the house.
What?
My tools.
That's why I'm making sure I'm brushing it, because we don't want any cavities.
A painful hour later, and Mum has everybody ready and they can finally leave.
That took forever. There's no concept of time in the house. It's apparent to me that these children have no responsibility to do anything for themselves.
Soon as they get back from the store, the kids head straight to their computer games.
So what game are you playing right now, Michael?
It's like a war.
Oh, it's a war? Do you have to shoot people? Oh, really? OK, so these have ratings on them. So that T means for teen. Does that mean for teen? And are you a teenager? Can you get me that other one out that we were just talking about?
I think it was mature.
Mature, wow. Michael was playing violent games. I was actually quite disgusted. Michael?
What?
If you're a teen on these games, how old do you have to be if you're a teen? Do you know what the rule is or the guideline?
13 and older, Michael.
Is it 13 and older for the T?
Yeah.
And what is it for the mature?
18 and older.
I
think.
He was playing a mature game, and he's not even 7.
Your mum said 18.
That means pop it out, Michael. You can't be playing it.
No, Mom.
Let's look out of curiosity. Let's see what you have, because I don't even know what you have in there.
What was a shocker to me was that Alison was unaware of the content of the games that Michael was playing.
This is teen, but it's good. Teen and teen. 3 teens. And I have lots of E's.
Yeah, but this is the one that you're always on. So I'm gonna have to slip this away from you when you're sleeping tonight.
Oh, Mom, come here.
He doesn't play with it
This
anymore?
one I took the one.
Right.
After 7 hours of game playing, Mum wants the kids to do homework.
All right, guys, we've been sitting for long enough now doing this. We're gonna put it down and we're gonna go do some schoolwork.
We don't have any computer.
Yes, we do. We do have some schoolwork, Michael, that you didn't finish in school on Friday. Go get your backpack.
Getting the kids to do anything is a real struggle.
We do have a few things we didn't finish, Michael.
I already did. Look, I already did extra work.
All right, both of you, stop whining.
Mum wants to supervise and the kids rudely talk back to her.
You're gonna go find 2 crayons, these colors.
Michael storms off to get these crayons, and the next thing I hear are these expletives.
Go or the fuck.
From what I've observed so far, I don't think that the children respect their mother. Not at all.
After homework, Dad gets back from work and needs to go to the store.
Michael, do you want to take a ride with me?
That's what mine's doing.
Michael.
Where are you going?
We have to go to the store.
I want to stay.
Why don't you come with me to the store? We have to get some things for Mommy for dinner.
No, come on, you do that.
Take a ride with me.
No.
I'm gonna get you shoes.
No, Mom, I don't want to go.
This 6-year-old is so obsessed with his games, he can't go out.
No, I don't want to stay in the rain. I don't want to go.
You would have thought that World War III had broken out. Michael threw a huge tantrum. He's so addicted to those video games, it's frightening.
Michael! Let me try. No.
Michael, let's go. Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done before. This is over. Go sit in that other room. Go. Michael, it's over. I'm not kidding. Come on.
My mom.
Come.
He's a junkie. He's a video junkie.
All right, don't cry.
Alison can't bear to see Michael upset and carries him off like a 2-year-old. Once Michael has calmed down, Mum and Dad decide to snoop through Jacqueline's school bag.
God, what a mess. Jack, I went to clean out your, but when are you gonna give me my school bag?
I don't care if it's messy.
Oh, well, I wanted to, because it looked like a bomb.
You wanna start or no?
Sorry, I was gonna look through my school bag.
Well, I did, and I'm your mother. I could look through your school bag.
There's a fine line between, checking in on your kids and finding out what they're up to as opposed to invading their privacy. Jacqueline was quite upset that her mum had rearranged her backpack.
You go through their stuff?
Through the backpacks, yeah. I like to look through and make sure that she's doing what she's supposed to and clean it out because she keeps all that junk in there.
But would it not be feasible to ask her how she's doing? Or, like, she's 12 years old. She's more than capable of cleaning up a backpack herself.
Yeah.
But it's something, no, because I just asked her and she said she seemed surprised that you'd done that. That's why I asked her.
She doesn't like us going through, like, she doesn't like me usually going through it.
Right.
Through her stuff. But I wanted to see what she had for homework, and she said she had no homework.
So is it kind of, is that one of your traits as parents to go, you just said she doesn't like you going through her stuff. Is that something that you think as parents you should do? You should go through your kids' stuff?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think I have a right. You know, with the phone and the computer, monitoring what they're doing and who they're speaking to, yeah.
So do you have a trust issue with the kids?
No, I just think with today, there's so much they can get involved in. You know, especially with the phone. Before you ask about the computers and all, like, she's always texting on the phone, and I feel like
You go through her phone when she's not looking?
Absolutely.
One thing that's giving me big cause for concern is the double standards on sort of the policing of Michael and the girls. You know, with the girls, they check the computer, they check the text messages, but with Michael, nobody's checking what game he's playing, what rating it is. You know, there's double standards.
Michael's bedtime, and he's put directly into his parents' bed for the night.
Okay, good. You can put the TV on for a little bit, go ahead.
Mum is using these electronics to babysit her children.
Okay.
I've seen enough of this lazy parenting style. It's time to sit these parents down. Can we have a minute?
Sure. One of my biggest observations is that on some levels, you're keeping Michael very young. He doesn't pick his own clothes, he doesn't brush his own teeth, doesn't brush his own hair. You have this attitude to him where you keep him young, and then you have this attitude where he's allowed to play 17-year-old video games, yet you can't expect him to put on his own socks. One of the things that blew me out of the water today was his obsession.
Turn!
I have never, ever, ever seen anybody as obsessed or as have extreme behaviour with video games as with Michael.
I mean, that's something he loves to do.
You tread on eggshells around him. I'm not convinced that you see the enormity of the situation. You have all these electronics in your house that are babysitting your kids.
I don't know, it's just easier, faster. I don't know.
I think that's the point. I think it's easier. It's easier and faster. And the other thing that was a big concern for me today was you can't get out of the house in 10 minutes, and by my count, it took you an hour to get out the door. Why is it not feasible that you can say to your children, we are going to leave in 10 minutes and you need to be ready? By enabling your children, you're disabling them. You're making them helpless. You know, you're like this maid, like this servant. You fetch, you carry, you bring, you pick up. What are they expected to do? Nothing. You don't give them any responsibility. I can fix these problems, but the remedies aren't going to be easy. Your kids are not going to like what I'm going to suggest. You've got to be ready. If you're not ready, don't sign on for it.
I'm ready to lay down the new family rules, but I'm pretty sure that these kids are not going to like my changes.
So in here, Nanny's bag of tricks, I have this. Do you know what this is?
A book.
A book of what?
Rules.
There are absolutely no rules for any of my children, I think, at this point. And I think that is our biggest problem.
The first rule is act your age. What do you think that means, Jacqueline?
To act how old you are. Like, don't act like you're a baby or something.
Okay, so do you think a 12-year-old girl can brush her own hair?
Yeah.
I feel that I probably do baby them a little bit too much.
This also means act your age. Michael, this is for you, okay? Those video games are way too old for you. 7-year-old boys have no business playing games for 17-year-olds.
Nanny Stella, she's mean. Because she's giving us annoying rules.
Okay, rewards are earned. Do you know what rewards are?
A reward is something you earn when you do something good.
Because you guys have a lot of stuff that you just get, you don't earn it. For example, those video games and the time on those laptop computers, they're going to have to start being earned. They're just not your right that you can just be on, you know, a video game for 8 hours. Respect one another.
Go, where the fuck?
I mean, when you're fighting and you're not sharing and not being nice to each other, it's not very respectful, is it?
I can be nice to my mom and dad, but I can't be nice to my sisters.
Is everybody okay with that?
Some of Nanny Stella's rules are annoying. The changes of the rules that the nanny gave us, they're gonna be different. They're bad.
I have one of these for 3 children. This one is brush your teeth. This one is brush your hair. This one is pick your clothes. Do you think you're capable of that? Okay. Does Mum think she's capable of letting you do that?
Yes.
Yeah? Because if you don't, there's no video games and no laptop computers. If you brush your teeth by yourself without being hassled to do it, you earn 10 minutes of video time or 10 minutes of computer time. I need you guys to do me a favour. Can you go get me all your controllers, Michael, and can you guys go get me your laptop computers?
Good. Good.
Go upstairs.
All your controllers for all your games. Michael didn't react very well at all to taking his games away.
No, I don't want to.
Just let's hear what she has to say. Come on. Come on.
I didn't think Michael was gonna cry like he did, but I figured he was gonna be annoyed.
No, I don't want to.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'm going to give them back.
I was getting the remote.
You did a really good job. Oh.
Brother.
All right, come here. All right, come here, turn around.
He was really, really upset. In fact, he was heartbroken. Michael, when you earn your time on the boards, I will give them back for the hour. So this is where Nanny Stella shows Mum and Dad how she would do things.
Michael needs to be shown that there are many more things you can do and play with that are just as fun as video games.
You've got a closet full of stuff. You'd think I'd taken away every toy that you had.
Hopefully, getting Michael interested in other toys will help to combat his game addiction.
Anybody want a drink?
You gonna play with him?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want? Iced tea or orange? Orange juice?
It's only been 5 minutes since I set up the new house rules, and already the parents are back to their old ways.
Dad, come back.
Sure.
What about at your age? Like, are your children capable of getting their own drinks, or are you now the second servant in this house?
I'm gonna straight out say that I did not listen to Stella's rules on that one because I just went and did what I usually normally do. Basically, I guess I didn't listen to the rules. I got strike one on me.
Oh, look, she's swerving.
Come on, let's go.
Jacqueline can't stand it that she has to get her own drink. They were still doing the old behaviours, if not worse. It's apparent to me that they're going to be tough nuts to crack.
I want to teach these parents that their children are capable of doing things by themselves, so I set up an arts and crafts activity.
Have you done this before? You know what to do?
I know. It's fine. You guys love seeing that, don't you? Tilt if you have to tilt the dish a little bit too. Sometimes like that, Michael.
You having fun?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having fun.
It takes 10 minutes to set up, and once the children are engaged, Mum can leave them to it.
More yellow. To like shake it up then.
Yeah.
Cool, look at mine. Oh my God, look at Jax.
This makes me feel like almost like a bad parent because they love to do this. They would do this all day.
I don't think you should feel guilty. I mean, it's a new awareness. But it doesn't matter what you give them to do. It could be baking cookies. It could be peeling vegetables. But the thing about that is all 3 of them now are doing that and they're not fighting.
The activity doesn't create any work for Mum because the kids tidy up after themselves and earn some checks for their rewards board.
You've been a very good team. Because you guys, you did clean up that big mess on the table, okay? So Jacqueline gets a check. You did a really good job of helping clean up the table, didn't you? Okay? check for you. Now, that means, in essence, you've actually earned 20 minutes of video games and computer time. But I know your face is lighting up and steam's coming out of your ears, Michael. But this is what I would like to see. I would like to see you get away with just one day with no video games. So I will give... You can do it? Yes. Give me 5 yes. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you the extra 20 minutes tomorrow.
This family has a big problem with getting out of the house on time, and it's mainly because Mum has to do everything for her kids.
You need to make some of this easier on yourself. They need some responsibility, Alison. What you're doing is what you do for 2-year-olds. If they start doing what they are capable of doing, you're going to say, I don't need an hour in the morning.
I have a plan to help speed things up.
Me and you, we're going to find the clothes that you're wearing for school tomorrow. Can you wear that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is that you? Yeah. See how easy that was?
I like to do things on my own, like picking out my own clothes.
So then this is yours. Let's go put it on the stool.
If your children have got their clothes out the night before, or at least they're ready to go, then it takes the hassle and aggravation out of, you know, running around like chickens with no head the next morning.
Michael has spent the last 6 years sleeping in his parents' bed with the TV on to stop him from being scared.
Tell me again what you're scared of. The dark?
Yes, and my closet.
What scares you about your closet? Like, do you think there's monsters in there or something? Do you want me to go get a bottle of this special ingredient that I have to get rid of him?
What's that?
Oh, yeah, you just wait there. You just wait there. If you've got children that are nervous, you know, they're scared, my trick there is monster spray, and that simply would be a little bit of water, a little bit of lavender. Tell the children that the monsters wouldn't like this spray, but because it's lavender, it's very calming and it actually helps you go to sleep. What does that say? Michael's monster spray with a smiley face. All right, so what I would do is I would just put a little on here and I would rub it over here on your bed like this. Okay? So they won't come anywhere near your bed. And then I'll rub it around the door like this, right? Anywhere else you think they might come, then I need to put my special spray. When you go to bed tonight, you're gonna have your new lights on. We're gonna leave this door open. This light will be on. There'll be nothing to be scared about. We're gonna try it. Okay, are you gonna shake, or we're gonna have a high five? Yes.
And that monster mist, it's good because it keeps away all the monsters.
After Michael's room gets monster-proofed, he gets ready for bed all by himself for the first time ever.
Good? Okay. Here, bud. All right, I'm gonna pass it to you right here. Here's your soap for your hair.
Check, make sure you're doing good. Okay, good.
Michael is put to bed and the TV is replaced by a book to help settle him for the night.
You're gonna read to me, right?
Biscuit sees the baby's bunny. What if Biscuit wants to meet the baby?
And then Alison left the room. Are you okay with them lights? All right, good night. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
He stayed in his room by himself in his own bed. I think that Mum and Dad were really surprised. They kept waiting for him to get up, but he didn't. Ye of little faith.
Today, I'm going to leave these parents to enforce the rules by themselves. Dad has already left for work, which leaves Mum to take charge.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. All right, so I'm going to step back and see the morning unfold.
I have given Alison the challenge of getting out of the house in 30 minutes.
Time to get up. No. Come on, time to get up.
With these kids doing things for themselves, it should be a lot easier than before.
Now, what we're going to try today, wait. What we're going to try today, right, is we're going to try and make our beds. You think you could do that? Even if Mommy has to help you, you try?
The more chores the children do, the more time they'll earn on their beloved game systems.
Good.
But it doesn't take long before Mum takes over.
Alison's morning reminded me of the first day of observation.
Michael, you're going to have to pass the remote over. Because you're going to get no TV at all at this rate.
Oh, wait, who's on here?
Who's having what to drink?
She's getting them organised. She hasn't learnt anything.
Yeah, here's your drinks. I think this is regular orange juice.
It was ridiculous. It was so frustrating. She just didn't get it at all. This is painful to me to watch. You are still the servant you were yesterday, even though I've asked you not to be.
So you think we're doing it backwards?
I think that you should be utilising your time more. Took them 10 minutes to meander down, and then you were still deciding what you were giving them for breakfast. Why are they not sitting at a breakfast table and having breakfast? Why do they have to watch TV? What's going on with you guys? You're like lazy bones.
They definitely are.
But you're making them lazy. I don't get it. I'm having a hard time. I'm not getting it.
After pulling up Alison on a false start, the kids begin trying to do things for themselves.
Okay, mix it in your hands, like Mommy does. Up like this. Are you gonna try and do your hair today?
It soon becomes clear that these kids can't do anything for themselves.
I was trying very hard not to step in, but my frustrations got the better of me because Michael did not know how to put his shoes on. The problem that you're having is you've got to teach. He'd never, ever had anybody show him how to tie his shoelaces. You loop it. Do you see that? OK, and then you take the other piece over and you pull it through.
I don't think Alison realises how much she's holding her children back by not teaching them the vital skills they need for life.
It takes practice, though. You won't get it the first time. You have to keep practising. This was about Mum and Dad's attitude, not the behaviour of these kids.
It's time for Cassandra to do her homework.
You know what you have to do, right? The homework you have to do that you didn't do?
Mom, look what you just made me do. Can you stop talking for me?
Well, all right, so I'm gonna get it out now.
Stop talking for me.
And as usual, it's a struggle.
All the pages are already done.
This is a good practice test for your test tomorrow. If we sit down together and we do it.
Together, I could do it by myself.
I think it'd be a good idea if we go through it together.
You have to watch over me.
Cassandra, how does it make you feel that your mum won't let you do your homework by yourself? Because you've got, like, a grumpy face on.
Then I'll get all the right answers.
Because you think your mum's going to help you with the answers? Is that what happens? Is it very respectful that you're sitting here and supervising her and not giving her a chance?
If I don't sit here with her, she doesn't seem to listen. I tell her, show her work, show me where you got things. So when we go back over it, then I say, well, where is all the work I actually show me?
Is it not feasible, though, that she could sit here and do her homework and then you could check it? This is what we're going to do. We're going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Mum's going to see where you're up to in 15 minutes and how it's going. That's what's called a compromise. Let's get the timer. OK, so Mum, she gets a 15 minutes and you get 15 minutes reprieve.
A timer will help Cassandra focus on getting her work done and will also show Mum that she doesn't need to supervise constantly.
So how did we do?
That one was easy. I didn't need to do one.
No, you're right. She did good. She actually did finish it all.
Does it make you feel better that your mum let you do your homework without sitting next to you? OK, good job.
The kids are starting to try, even though they're being limited by their mum. But it's only fair to reward the kids for their efforts.
OK, Michael, Henry, did you put on your clothes? Your mum brought them up and downstairs for you. Actually, it's not your fault. It was your mum's fault. I'm going to give it to you. Did you brush your own hair?
Tried.
Well, that was a very good try. You're allowed 1 hour on your game. But listen, I need to make something very clear. No teen, no mature, E for everyone. All right? Michael's earning time on his video games, but he's not earning back a mature 17-year-old game. I might even take that with me when I leave.
Dad comes home for dinner, and without the games to distract them, the whole family eats together at the table.
I can't have onions.
Oh, yeah.
The kids are eating with their fingers, and they haven't even been given knives to use.
OK, I have to ask you a serious question. Why is the only person at the table with a knife the mother? Shall I tell you why? Because Mother cuts everybody's food.
I'm not allowed to use a knife yet.
Somebody needs to educate me, honestly, because I'm really confused. What is it? Are people scared their kid's going to stab somebody with a knife at the dinner table?
Or hurt themselves. My thing is more hurting themselves.
Unless somebody teaches you how to cut with a knife and fork, then, yeah, maybe you are going to hurt yourself with a knife.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to jump on you, but a 12-year-old is capable of cutting that food. Honestly, I think you're underestimating what your kids can and can't do.
She felt like when we set the table, kids should even have a knife at the play setting, which we never do.
Show me that you know how to cut. Okay, no, like this, see?
After seeing Cassandra, that is something
we should look.
have to work on.
It's not the norm. I'm telling you now, it's not the norm that 7-year-olds or 12-year-olds can't cook with a knife and fork. I honestly don't think I'm going to get through to Alison in the time that I have with her. And honestly, I'm not sure that 3 weeks, 4 weeks would be enough. I had to sit down with Alison. I couldn't do anything else. I needed to get to the bottom of it. The first rule that we set in place was act your age, yeah? I'm still not seeing it. So what's the hang-up? Why can't you let go? Is this your purpose in life?
Well, I do like them to look top-notch, you know, I mean,
Well, I commend you for wanting your kids to look good. But why can't you let them look good by themselves?
I know what I'm going to say, but...
Go on,
because,
say
I mean, they obviously can't do it.
Can you understand how stifling that is for somebody?
No, I do agree, because I know they do feel that way.
It's about instructing and teaching, not doing, making them helpless.
I saw it, I see it with the things that now I see them trying to do, and I'm like, oh my God, it is true. They should be doing certain things.
I really do want to see it change, because I think it's important that they feel empowered in their home. It's breaking the habits of a lifetime, I understand that, but they're going to be bigger problems later down the line.
I really am going to try, because I do want to change a lot of these things.
You on board?
Yes.
Awesome.
If we taught them, they really would know how to do it, but we just didn't think they were ready, I guess.
After our talk, I'm pleased to see Alison finally teaching.
Take your hands right here. And all you have to do is fold this in half. Okay? Just watch me, and then I'm gonna let you try. And then one in half, one here. That's it. Okay, good.
God, I don't know how.
You just did it. And then fold it in half again. That's all you have to do. And then that's folded.
Dad comes home for dinner and encourages the kids to help set the table.
Come here, Cass. Help me.
Where do I put these?
Just put one more in the middle. 2 more in the middle, and I'll take the other 2. Just put them on the spare chair. There's only 5 of us, right?
Okay.
Good job. You guys set the table. Good.
Mom is really showing progress by taking a step back, but letting the children use knives at dinner is going to be the toughest test yet.
That?
Put your finger like this.
Mom has finally given them utensils and is teaching them to use them safely.
Backwards, look up.
Why?
Like this.
Mom is still nervous, so has given them blunt knives to cut their steak.
This is hard with this little plastic.
It is hard. That's a butter knife.
Yeah. You want to try? We're sitting right here with you.
I ate 10 pieces, though.
Yeah, we noticed.
I nearly fainted. I think that it was a huge step for Alison. Beautiful job. Who would have known it? Michael Henry can cut his own meat.
I did it!
Success at last. All these kids needed was to be shown how.
Okay, put it.
Now that this mom has got it, the kids are learning to do things for themselves.
You're gonna help me carry up some clothes. Yeah. Oh, you want to help carry up your clothes too, Michael?
The children are finally empowered and learn lots of new skills.
Good job, Michael. You're doing very good.
Which is a complete turnaround compared to before.
Kind of like our new rules, because now we get to do things on our own.
All right.
A couple more minutes, I think.
Excellent job. Very good, Cass.
And because the kids earn game time every time they help out, they're more than willing to lend a hand, especially Michael.
You get 150 nanny points today. I cannot believe you haven't played that video game. You played for 8 hours the other day. 8 hours. I'm so impressed. I'm not kidding.
Limiting the game time has really helped curb Michael's video game addiction, and it's easy to get him to leave the house without a tantrum.
We're gonna go out. Let's go. Shut it off, though. Right? Don't leave it on. Mature video game. I took it away. It's gone until he's 17.
With the children being capable of fundamental life skills, my time here is up.
I would actually like to stay and hang out with you for a little while longer. I've actually had quite a bit of fun, which doesn't normally happen. I'm a little sad about saying goodbye to the Henry family, but they've got it. I'm happy. Are you all going to stay on track? You too, Cassandra? What about you, Michael? What about those video games? Are you going to earn your time?
Yes.
Oh, good answer. They turned the corner very, very quickly. Mum and Dad, keep up the good work. You know, you'll see better results.
I think I have known for a while that I needed to start giving them more responsibility, but coming from somebody out of the house who doesn't really know me and telling me this is normal, this is not normal. The kids should be doing something more. It definitely has helped.
Don't be the problem, be the solution. I think that the future for the Henry children is really rosy. Thanks, Jacqueline. You were a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You too, Cassandra. I think they're great kids. I think they're smart. Stay on track, right?
Yeah.
I think if their parents keep them on track, they'll be phenomenal adults.
Bye,
Bye, babe. Take care.
Now that these parents are helping to teach their children to have the skills they need to be independent, they'll be able to flourish as they grow into happy adults.